surfing and jiu-jitsu. It cleanses the soul.
There's ups, downs. You don't really have control when it comes to waves. In jiu-jitsu, you're kind of like at the mercy of your opponent. Like, you don't get to choose when to breathe sometimes.
Learning how to not panic in dangerous situations. This is what they've been doing their whole life.
I think what's exciting about both of them is they're risk takers. They're out there trying to submit their opponent.
They've trained for so long. We all knew they were going to be superstars. They had the personality, they got the style. We didn't realize how soon it would happen.
Yeah, who's it?
I think this is Ty.
Yeah, that's Ty for sure. For sure.
I think they've had their direction set for a long time.
Most kids would be bummed, I think, if they were in their division.
Even at a young age, you could see that they were beyond their years.
They had superior technique.
You'd see them like putting together like little clips and stuff, just kind of exposing them doing crazy submissions.
They are exciting and they go and just put everything out on the line.
They're real. What they do, how they act, is how they are. And it doesn't matter what they do, what they say, there's gonna be normal kids in the world that can connect with what they're doing. Whatever they set their mind to, they're gonna do it.
Captures the 151st strike. Your winner by split decision. And new, who's #1 middleweight champion,
You guys celebrate 33,000 in the bank.
Costa Rica, that's our happy place, is Costa Rica. And I think around 4 years, we want to be like fully moved down there.
Ty with the submission attempt at the end there.
I kind of realized we wanted to be able to just build a perfect life for us.
It's like jiu-jitsu, it's like surfing, you know? Everyone got like their own style they got to develop. I want to be there alongside my brother at ADCC.
San Diego, California.
Pretty soon we're going to be unbeatable.
Kade Ruotolo.
The boys always say, we want to bring jiu-jitsu back to its roots. That's what I see them portraying and living out.
Yes, my favorite technique. I like all kinds of combos from the R-bar. I'll just roll and tie, and we cut into a little scramble. I'm like, oh, that was sick, kid. How'd you do that? So we filmed it, and then we put it on YouTube.
I'm Vince Kitagwa. I run Shoyoroll brand. The first time I met the Ruotolo Brothers, they were just Grom kids ripping up the California scene. They're very, very, very special human beings.
You hurt your ankle, you hurt your shoulder, keep on training, you're a real soldier. You sandwich them all. Get the head and arm, and get the pass. Go time! Let's go, baby!
I'd probably describe them as the most phenomenal teenage grapplers on planet Earth.
You have these twin brothers that are doing jiu-jitsu, they're training all the time, and they're going to sort of like talk to each other in some weird twin language. what you can see when you watch these kids roll together and saw it really kind of from the get-go.
They just have this like vibrant energy that's pure.
Go down right now. Stop the video.
It's hard to explain it unless you're in their presence. Taking them aside from like the unreal athletes that they are, their vibe, their energy, it's something that's much needed in the sport. It's very refreshing.
I'm Josh Hinger. I'm a black belt under Andre Galvao. I was the head kids coach at Atos for about 5 or 6 years. And I actually give a lot of credit to their parents for how the boys turned out.
Good job!
Where am I supposed to look?
Oh, man, you look at me.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if I was supposed to look at you or the camera. Okay. My name's Nicole Ruotolo, and I'm Kade, Ty, and Naya's mom. I was into jiu-jitsu a lot from the UFC. I used to watch the UFC back in the day when they first started.
But this is a lot of strategy here. Yes, there's the takedown. That's exactly.
I really love the jiu-jitsu aspect of it.
No, that was a tap. I see the tap. I saw it 4 times.
And then I met my husband after the boys were born, and I told him, Mom, I'm gonna put my kids in jiu-jitsu, you know, after they get out of diapers. And he's like, I do jiu-jitsu, I'm a blue belt.
My name's Chris Ruotolo, and we're kind of like a jiu-jitsu family and a surfing family. And that's pretty much just how they've grown up their whole life.
I'm Chef Gene, and the fucking twins are like my nephews. It's a cool family, a cool vibe, and surfing's in their culture. They learned it from their dad, amongst a lot of other things, right?
Any leg attack you can get.
So I was always showing them moves, even when they were really little, just positions and stuff, and they just loved it.
They had so much fun wrestling at home before they tried a class, and then they couldn't wait to go to the classes. It was like they were naturals, you know, like right off the bat.
What's up, guys? I'm Kade Ruotolo. I'm a black belt out of Atos HQ in San Diego, California. My name is Ty Ruotolo. I'm a black belt under Andre Galvao over at Atos Jiu-Jitsu headquarters. We were kind of some of the first generation kids to start training since when we could barely start walking. We couldn't even say jiu-jitsu at first when we started. We called it jiu-jitsu.
Ty, he could not say jiu-jitsu. He would say jitsu. And he would say that from 3 to like maybe 6 or 7, you know, it was kind of scary. They started off at Club Luciano's, and the boys did amazing, like their first class.
It was just so natural to us, and we loved it so much. To this day, I kind of remember I got on the gym owner's kid's back, and I pretend I was riding him like a rodeo. I threw my hand in the air, you know, like it was a horse and I was a cowboy. And then my parents were like, that was so disrespectful, Ty. You know, you can't do that.
Well, my mom said when I was potty trained, I could start jiu-jitsu. So like, okay, you know, when I got potty trained, we just went immediately to jiu-jitsu.
They stopped like that day, you know, and they were miraculously potty trained.
We had our first competition, I think it was a few weeks after our first class, and we both won. That was dangerous right there, because then we built the mindset. My parents were always from a young age tell us, oh my God, you guys are the best, you know? We go to the comps and we're like, we're the best, all right. You know, like, no one should be able to beat us. So no matter what, they'd move us up in age and weight, you know, sometimes 2 weight brackets. I don't even think they wanted to give us the option to kind of be nervous for it, you know what I mean? They're like, all right, you guys are competing this weekend, and then we have another one the next weekend, and then the one after, you guys have to fight up in age and up in weight. We just go in there and just send it.
They just thrived from day one, even at 3.5 years old.
Nice pass time!
Not a lot of people looked at kids back at that time. You know, it seemed like it was mostly like jiu-jitsu for the adults.
Watch your arm, Ty! Watch your arm!
As like little highlight videos started coming out, it kind of like said, hey, these kids are learning what the black belts are doing. So I just made a little highlight video, and it got a lot of, you know, feedback, and a lot of people were recognizing them at tournaments.
Go, Ty, go!
We'd go to tournaments 2-3 times a month. My wife just made the commitment and asked the boys where they wanted to train. They said Atos Jiu-Jitsu all the way.
When they made the move, they were still living in Huntington Beach. It's an hour-and-a-half drive. And Nicole drove them down to San Diego every single day. They would come to like 9 a.m. class, they would stay for comp class, they would leave, they might go to the beach, eat and surf, or play in the water or whatever. They'd come back for the evening class, and then they'd drive back in the evening, which is just insane because also you're catching the rush hour traffic. But like, what dedication.
It was great, you know? Yeah.
Welcome, we're here at the Roots compound. It's a spot that my brother and I have been living out ever since, you know, my dad has bought the land, what, maybe 20 years ago? So, yeah, we've been trying to, really just the goal is to get here, bring the whole family here and be able to train and live out here. This is the spot we love the most, you know, so.
Costa, Costa Rica, this has like been our happy place for the last couple of years especially, and as you guys can see, it's starting to come along, you know, this is the Roots compound as of now. You know, the house has been, you know, 15 plus years in the making. It's just now, even still not finished, you know, it's still bits and pieces.
5 years ago, it was just infested with bats and hornets and, you know, nothing good. So we're just being able to live here and start to, you know, make the dream become a reality.
Lift up. And I have great joy inside. Lift up.
Oh, that's proper.
I would have stayed under about Kade, so it's all right.
Let's go.
There it is, there it is, there it is.
Oh! Blew it.
Come on.
Oh! Wow, Tyle's awful.
It is harder to, it looks harder than it looks.
I got it, Kyle. You're gonna pull it.
I love you guys are
Nice for it. All right. Looks like papaya ice cream for the next couple of days. When in doubt, papaya out, bro. Thursday reggae night, boys.
I'll fuck him up, dude. Yeah, I'll fuck him up.
Are there geese in the bongo? The Vruck, the van truck. Unreal. A lot of space here in the cab. Dope space in the back for loading stuff. Good for camps when we start running camps here, you know? Exactly what you might think. High roof and stuff. Kind of drives like a bus. Navigation's in Korean though, and I haven't been able to change it. I tried 3 days in a row.
Well, we just gotta look it up.
3 days in a row.
I can't do it. We gotta bring a South Korean over here. Yeah. Because they're definitely not from North, as in from North Korea? Yeah, I did. Right at the time we're in to go train some jiu-jitsu. These training sessions are great. You can't do these training sessions that we're about to do every day, you know? I don't like to train not hard. I don't know what it is. I like to replicate the match, you know? So, Kade and I. When's the last time we did like flow roll, kid?
Never.
Stay strong, you know? The blade sharp. I know for a fact that the back road has more turns, but that's the one I've taken more recently. I could probably figure it out. Or you could just type it in on your phone and you can go off that. Kade, what time is it supposed to start?
6:45.
I mean, you're gonna be late. This training starts in 2 minutes.
Oh no, we're gonna cut that in half. Kade, what's up with the directions? That's what I'm saying. I'm ready, dog. I need water first. I'm dehydrated. I surfed so much this morning. Yeah, boys. Hi, how are you? Good to see you.
I would have made like $50. I figured you guys would surf, so I was like, $10 they're not coming. $10 they're not coming.
I would have made $50. All in all, lost complete favor though. Kade and I love scrapping each other so much. You know, I think it's just because we don't get that same adrenaline or battle with other people. It's really just like a chess match when I roll with him. But it's good, you gotta mimic the battle. It's always been like this, always been like this. I think that's the exact reason why we've grown so quick and our competitiveness is just, you know, skyrocketed through the roof.
They're so unorthodox, right? But when you put them together, it's like unorthodox squared. They're so confident in their ability to kind of scramble and wiggle that they're not afraid to go for something. It's like trying to hold on to water. You try to hold these kids and they just kind of like squirm their way out of it somehow, and you can easily burn yourself out trying to hold them. It's very frustrating. It's kind of unfair, yeah. I feel like we should all have a brother that we can fight with anytime.
I don't know if I was in some of the shots, but my mouth is just jaw just wide open, just watching them roll and the different transitions and the positions, the defenses, just a whole nother level, man. It's mind-blowing.
I think their jiu-jitsu is really high-paced, but it's not just a high pace of activity, it's a high pace of very aggressive, very technical jiu-jitsu that I think is difficult for people to contend with.
Sometimes, not often, but you know, you see that brotherly rivalry, or not, I don't want to say rivalry, it's not the right word, but you know, it gets a little heated, right? In a competitive way, right?
They get along very well, and then they fight also.
They fight all the time, dude. They love each other, but they fight all the time about the stupidest stuff.
All right, now right here, dude. What do you do? Wrestling.
You know, when they were younger, I used to be able to break it up. And then now, as of actually, it's probably been like 2 years, I've like tried to get in the middle of some fights. And it's so stupid.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, who's your daddy?
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. They swing over my head and stuff. They actually, I'm yelling at both of them, and I'm looking at both of them. They're actually like, I'm not even there. They're just looking at each other like they want to rip each other's head off.
Tap, 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 tap. I'm your daddy. Watch you.
Oh, you're bleeding. You're bleeding a little bit.
That's because I popped
Time.
a little bit. I killed you. Film the blood. I made it bleed. You would have died. You would have died in my buggy truck. He was out. You were out. Literally gargling. Because I was holding you in the air. You needed a second to recover. You're bleeding. Say what you want. It always bleeds.
I don't know when I'm not around how they even get through it.
That was a sucker punch. You saw the sucker punch.
You guys even remember why this whole entire
we got it on
6-minute MMA fight started?
But then they love each other. You know, they're best friends. They want to go surf.
I mean, they're each other's best friend, and they just don't like to admit it, you know?
It looks like epic content.
They definitely need each other as training partners. They're their best training partners. They're the best coaches for each other.
That was so hard to do.
And they will always have each other's back no matter what. Even if they are trying to, you know, tap each other on the mats, like, they don't take that too serious. And I think that's what's helped them, you know, advance through the years.
Having a brother means everything. We wouldn't be able to be even close to where we're at.
The idea of having a twin brother for jiu-jitsu is the dream of any jiu-jitsu athlete.
It's a portable training partner everywhere you go, and also someone to support you and coach you no matter what. You know, I know when I'm fighting and I'm in the match, there's no one else I'd want coaching me than my brother. You know, he knows my game better than anyone, and you could tell he cares more than anyone too.
Without him, zero chance I'd be where I'm at today. You know, no doubt.
Are you guys gonna eat or are you? What's up, brother?
The most important thing it takes to become the best in the world at jiu-jitsu is an absolute love of the game.
I think ADCC is the most prestigious, title I think a grappler can hold. It's probably, without a doubt, the most difficult to achieve.
I consider it the Olympics for jiu-jitsu. It only happens every 2 years. And aside from that, I think it's always held as the most prestige, right? It's the most prestigious event, I think, because it's the most exciting. It's one we've always wanted to win. You know, the best competitors from all over the world, all under one roof in one 16-man bracket, duking it out until there's one man left. There's something about it, it's different, it's more violent, you know, it's more exciting. There's trials to be held to do it, right? So I think it's just an event that not everyone can get into. It's very hard to get into, and it's a very exciting, crazy event, you know? So to be able to get into that, it means you're doing something right, you know? So I think that's kind of why it holds a lot of weight.
Tough. We are here at ADCC HQ. We did like 10 rounds of 6 minutes, and I focus more in rounds and rolls because there's a lot of guys there getting prepared for trials. So ADCC is the most prestigious grappling tournament worldwide. But I believe the trials, they are the hardest part. I have the Ruotolo twins, and they are super entertaining to watch. They have amazing technique.
Probably like 16 years old, I would say, was when we really started making the transition to no-gi. There's some more opportunity no-gi coming into the sport. It was motivating my brother and I to start, you know, doing some other things, and I think that's what motivated us to do the trials.
They were grinders, you know. They were there every day, just getting in the shit with us and just scrapping on the mats.
And I am the one that kept like, hey, you guys should fight the trials. You guys should fight the trials, you know. Like, you seriously? They're like, yes. And then they say, but there's a lot of hoops. They say, man, I don't care. Go there and fight, man.
We started to realize we could beat the best in the world at no-gi. That's really what inspired us to start doing no-gi at the time, and just keep that up.
Well, I know there's a lot of the top guys in like the ADCC trials, and I don't know, it's just something I just kind of wanted to try out, see how I would do. Could possibly win, you know, that'd be sick to get an invite, so trying to get the invite, trying to win the trials. My professor Andre, to me, he's like the GOAT, because he accomplished multiple world titles in the gi and also multiple ADCC world championships. So that's kind of like, I want to follow in his footsteps to kind of accomplish both those things.
Hopefully they can come with a title and go to the main event. It'd be amazing to have a 15 years old fighting ADCC. Like, we are ready.
Thank you all for coming. Now, take down, going into guard to the half guard, anything in guard, it's 2 points.
So they were 15-year-old blue belts. I think that was the first no-gi tournament they did as kids against adults.
And we're doing really well. We're kind of every leg entanglement we got into, we had zero clue about leg locks. You know, we were IBJJF blue belts, literally. Didn't even know the difference between inside and outside heel hooks, things like that. But the only thing that would save us was the darce, you know? As they're trying to set it up, we just barely fish up a darce, and they'd have to defend the darce, and it carried us all the way to like the quarters or semis or something like that. We made it to like the semifinals. I think it was Ethan Krellenstein. I knew that leg locks were a hole in our game. I didn't realize how big of a hole they were and how dangerous they were at the same time. You know, I think it's important is to sit there and realize, okay, obviously we're not doing something right. We're walking away broken. And I remember watching Kade fight Nikki, and he was doing good, and then he got outside heel hook. We both got broken off with leg locks, I remember.
I felt like I did all right. I mean, first couple fights were hard, and I was just trying to stay away from the whole leg lock situation. But it was fun though. I'm not used to this rule set, and it was exciting competing in this. I learned that you're gonna have to tap sooner, and yeah, I learned, yeah, there's a few different. There's like a whole different, it's so different than like IBJJF kind of fighting. There's a whole different aspect to it. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep on training this kind of rule set. It's really fun.
Ty was injured for a little bit. It was another great experience still, you know.
We both left super frustrated after that. I remember that event. It was not a good day. You know, we were pissed and we're done. That's not happening again. We definitely needed those 2 leg lock L's. That thing's inspired us more. It made us work hard. It was after that night is when we really went into the garage, you know, for hours. We just worked on it. Started diving all of our time into, you know, learning and defending leg locks. You know, not to toot our own horn, we kind of became some of the best in the world at just defending in general, and then started re-attacking. You know, now we're pretty much where we're at now.
That's like a bucket list thing, is to win ADCC for sure. That's like, it's been a main goal of mine, and this with time, I hope they'll get it.
I can't tell if he's poisonous or not.
They really are young veterans.
I think the brother thing in jiu-jitsu is an interesting thing.
Welcome, we're here at the Roots compound. This has like been our happy place for the last couple of years.
Day 3, maybe 4, we lost track here at the camp.
It's like jiu-jitsu, it's like surfing, you know? Everyone got like their own style they gotta develop.
We're kind of both fighting for the same thing.
Surprisingly yawning.
Our whole theory is like, we're just gonna do no gi and gi, dude. It's gonna work.
I got something up the sleeve for this guy, something he hasn't seen yet.
They're risk takers.
We all knew they were going to be superstars.
These are 2 young competitors that really represent what I think jiu-jitsu is about.
Today, first things first, just go check the waves. You know, hopefully, I mean, yesterday was all time. It was some of the best waves I've surfed out here in a minute. It was so good. Oh my gosh, did you see that barrel? Way up north end? And it's so trippy because every time you're like, oh, yesterday it was better at the low tide. And then the next day, maybe high tide just pumping. You know what I mean? It's just always different here. It's really weird. Like yesterday, I spent half the day in the water, pretty much. I spent like at least 4 hours in the water. That's why I'm so fried today. I got these jellyfish things all over.
Waves are good this morning. We're gonna get out there. It looks super fun. The mats, they always stay the same, you know, but when the waves are good, you gotta take advantage because they're not always good.
Right now, our HQ is obviously back home in California, and we come out here every time we have the free chance.
I love Cali too, don't get me wrong, but you know, the water's cold, it's often crowded, you know, the waves aren't as good over there, so surfing probably gives me some of the best feelings in the world close to competing.
I get like anxiety when I'm home too much, you know what I mean? Like if I'm there for a couple months, I feel the urge to come back so bad.
That's the difference between the young guns and Papa Roots, huh?
No matter
gotta get quick stretches in.
Gotta put at least 2 or 3 minutes in.
Yeah, so I started coming here in like the mid-90s. Kind of found this place and found some really good waves back then, and there was no one around. Me and a couple friends started buying some property. I just fell in love with it. I've been bringing Nicole and the boys out here since they were little, and my daughter since she was a baby, and we love it down here as a family. And yeah, the boys want to be able to come down here, you know, enjoy what they love about life. So we built a gym here, or I should say they did. We just surf and like to train, and the boys love it and they want to share it with people.
much my version of paradise, you know, here in Costa Rica, Costa to be more exact. It's just kind of like where we've, you know, my brother and I, our whole family really just kind of fall in love with.
Since I was a little kid, my brother and I, we always come out to Costa once or twice a year for about a month. I feel like those trips is what kind of kept the balance for us as well, you know, from being burnt out on jiu-jitsu from a young age, to be training, you know, whatever, 4 times a day, competing almost every weekend. You know, so those trips to Costa Rica were just mandatory for us. You know, we'd come back to training all fired up, and, you know, it's always a real healing experience.
It's just so peaceful, so quiet, you know, some of the best waves in the world, some of the best food in the world, and it's just my paradise for sure. We started surfing the same time we started jiu-jitsu. My dad, he was a blue belt at jiu-jitsu at the time and a great surfer, so he's shown us everything that we love to do nowadays.
Surfing is a very demanding sport, especially to be any good at it. Just like jiu-jitsu, there's levels to it, and most of their training is just surfing.
The more that they got better at surfing, the more it helped their jiu-jitsu.
They're a perfect combination.
Surfing requires a lot of conditioning, so they're out there holding their breath, getting held down, paddling for hours on end. Their balance is good, and I think that crossover's been very effective for the brothers.
Surfing's in their culture. It's another dimension to them. They're just not stuck in jiu-jitsu. It's the Huntington Beach, it's the Southern California culture, and they're a true epitome and definition of Southern California.
They're surfers that do jiu-jitsu, you know? That's what I think. Maybe they're jiu-jitsu guys that surf, but the boys, they're free spirits. They paddle circles around me and try to take my waves and have no respect, and I'm over it. That's life over here in the Ruotolo house.
For ADCC 2019, we knew Ty was an alternate, and then the night that he was supposed to get an email, he's like, Mom, can you just check my emails for me? And I'm like, yeah, sure. He's like, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm like, okay.
There's a big surf contest that comes to town in Huntington Beach called the US Open, right? For me, it's like Christmas. There was this party going on after the US Open.
So I check his email, and I saw that he got the invite. And I went to go tell him that he got the invite, and he wasn't in his bed. And there was 2 geese stuffed, so it was like human bodies. I just remember shaking the bed. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, and I go to the other bed, and another geese stuffed full of clothes. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna kill these kids.
And I answer the call. She's like, Ty, where the hell are you? On the same night, I can't believe it, you got invited to ADCC. She's like, you asshole, you know?
It was like 1 a.m. I'm like, get your ass home right now. You got invited to ADCC.
I put the phone down. I'm like, Kade, I got invited.
It was like a dream come true for Ty. I think Kade was a little like jealous, but he was like just so stoked that his brother had the opportunity to go perform. And it was, I want to say 6 weeks before ADCC, they got back on the mats and started training really hard. I've never seen Ty train so hard in his life.
I just remember them, they were there every day training hard.
He almost died on the weight cut. It was like one of the craziest weight cuts I've ever seen anyone do, really. You know, he went from like 175 to 145. He was already skin and bones. For about a month and a half, I was just feeling like death. I was so excited to perform. You know, I did everything I possibly could to make sure that, you know, I performed the way I should have.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your men's 566 kilo division.
The competition almost didn't even matter to me how it went, because I knew I had done everything in my power to do good. I was just ready to perform.
Representing the United States of America, Ty Ruotolo.
There's just so many firsts happening at this event, and that's just another layer to this awesome competition. What match are you kind of looking forward to the most here, Mo?
I mean, if I had to pick, I'd say Kenny Maciel against Juan, Bruno Prezado with Ty. These are the ones that personally I want to see.
Tired, yeah, but I feel great. I'm super stoked. I mean, a lot of people kept on saying like, oh, you have nothing to lose, but I was trained too hard to not win, you know. I do have a lot to lose, and I'm excited to be able to showcase my performance tomorrow.
Welcome everyone to beautiful Anaheim, California. We are here, of course, for the 2019 ADCC World Championship.
The last couple months, I've put myself through so much. Like, I've never trained like this before in my life. I belong with the best, so that's where the confidence is coming from, I guess, my training.
Oh, he's going for it, he's going for it. It's a tap. Wow. Gets around to the back now. There's got the inside, beautiful inside trip. Oh, straight up from the photographers.
Yeah, it was rad seeing Nicky Rod and Cyborg flying through tables, you know, like, it was firing me up.
It was huge. Like, it was like one of the coolest tournaments we had been to at the time. The lights and the crowd. I mean, every time Ty went on the mat, you can just hear the crowd roaring.
There's a massive underdog, you know, blue belt, and you know, there's so many beasts in the 66 at the time.
Okay, so this is a very interesting clash of generations between Ty Ruotolo against Bruno Frazzato. Ty Ruotolo competed, I believe he's still a blue belt, and one of the youngest competitors. Ty's footwork there in a little exchange was amazing. Frazzato now catching Ty with the heel. Ty being coached by his brother Kade Ruotolo.
Look, more attack. Beautiful, Ty.
4 minutes, 45 seconds left in this match.
Okay, he got a dogfight there. Little Lucas Leitch action going on there.
Very interesting
Yeah,
position.
but they're kind of like even each other. See, boom, and now he got the dogfight again.
Not letting go of that.
Yeah, see, that's right. Oh, see, they might just score that just for the sake of it. Ty is really looking very mature. He hasn't really got any mistakes on that match yet, you know.
No, he's
putting the pace. He's staying away of the danger. He's doing all this, you know, this trap there.
He's an ADCC at a blue belt, right? Imagine him at black belt.
When you go into a competition fully confident that you've done everything you're supposed to, then you don't get nervous, you know? And not only that, the whole experience is better.
That was legit. That was legit.
You know, I went into that competition knowing that there was nothing I could have done more before the match.
Amazing performance by Ty. Showed a lot of personality, a lot of attitude towards this fight. Ty winning the match, overtime for takedown.
When I was there, it didn't even matter how the competition went to me because I did everything in my power I could. I was already proud of myself.
Ty Ruotolo defeating Frazzato. Nobody can take that away from him.
No.
Ruotolo snatching a single, getting Mantovani down to all fours. Mantovani's holding that position. Ruotolo now trying to get the hook.
It's such a good position to be in, wrapping the hip. Control.
I feel like getting him down. I think Ruotolo is on the cusp of scoring here.
Perfect. Come up, beautiful.
Ruotolo taking it to Mantovani here.
Wow. Look at that.
It's been all Ruotolo. I really believe, you know.
Good. Look at this counter. Look at that beauty, mate. Oh my God. That is incredible. High-end jiu-jitsu right there, bro.
One arm around the neck. Ruotolo, I can't really tell. He's got a rear naked choke on.
It's gonna be
Mantovani puts the hooks in as well.
It's gonna
escape. And Mantovani escapes. Ruotolo picking up the leg.
I never seen fight. First time seeing fight. Honestly, like, oh, that's a Kataka over there.
Oh, beautiful choke by Ty Ruotolo.
Definitely on. He needs to sprawl that.
I think his head is just a little too high.
You know, he's gonna recover the guard here. That's the end. Ruotolo for sure took that one.
Ty Ruotolo is your winner here at 66 kilo quarterfinals matchup.
Winning those two matches on Saturday, you know, it was whatever. You know, I was like, all right, that was part of it. You know, like this is a result of how prepared I was, and that's where I was meant to go that year, right? I made it to the semis, and then I think I was the youngest to make it to the second day, you know, so it definitely fired me up for the next one. So, man, he had an amazing performance. You know, he took out Pablo and Bruno Frazzato.
Even if he got through Pablo, I thought Bruno Frazzato was going to be a pretty tough match. I mean, Bruno's a legend. That was amazing.
You look good, man. Didn't I tell you that? You look good, bro. I'm so happy for you. You're a monster.
You have such a bright future. I train this guy every week, man, and it's not an easy round. It's like you don't get Ty Ruotolo with the easy round. You get Ty Ruotolo when you want the cardio round. When you want to move for 10 minutes nonstop, that's the guy I go with. This kid teaches me stuff, and his brother. This guy too. These guys teach me things. They teach me things all the time, man. All the time. They show me cool shit.
It's mutual. This guy just, if you want to get headlocked, I just roll with him, you know? Any of my headlock defense, it all comes from this guy.
No one's going to guillotine you.
Yeah.
Who you got?
Kennedy.
Ty Ruotolo all day. All day. Easy. Yeah. Not easy, but Ty Ruotolo.
Sick.
That first ADCC for Ty, when he beat Bruno Fossato, then he had, I think it was Pablo the second round. That first day, I was like, holy shit, Ty's fucking going. And then what solidified it for me was that second day against Kennedy.
You know, two of the new generation athletes, obviously Kennedy a black belt. Ty went up with a pass attempt right away.
I always knew it was a matter of time. You have a bad performance, the guy can be better than you that night, anything can happen, but in my heart, I'm always like, these guys got this, dude.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Beautiful. Oh, wow. Ty with the pass there. Temporarily, Kennedy recovers.
Hey, let's stay active, Ty, stepping on the legs.
Yeah, Ty's really got to do something here, Ricardo.
Suck it up, Ty. Yes!
Ty with the submission attempt at the end there.
He's got to flip him over, got to sweep him over, get on top. It's hard to finish there. Walk underneath him, Ty.
Using the legs now, trying to close it up as well, trying to squeeze that pressure there on the
finishes this with a submission.
Wow,
they're going to give him the decision.
Ty Ruotolo has done it in 2019.
Absolutely.
Will that be enough? No, we're going to overtime.
I actually thought they were going to give him the win there.
So did I. 3 minutes, 30 seconds left in this matchup.
Yes, Ty.
Ty on top. Heavy on the sprawl.
Ty, listen to me. Sprawl that hip back as far as you can.
Looking to his brother Kade for some advice. Setting it up again is Ty Ruotolo. Once again.
It's on. But he's a little too deep on that right hand. He's got to maybe pull that right arm just a little bit out and definitely roll underneath. Got to move north-south. Kenny's being very smart here. Ty might burn his arms too.
Ty Ruotolo insisting on this. Looks like his right hand is just about out. He's almost just on his fingers for that grip there.
Yeah, he let go.
There it is. Trying to recover using the leg.
Kennedy with the pressure there.
Now, Ty's got some long legs.
Beautiful,
Ty with the knee bar.
Yes, Ty!
Second submission attempt for Ty Ruotolo, potentially. Kennedy sat back there for an ankle.
Yep. Kennedy's turn. Wow, this isn't a really
tight
good match. It's tight. Like, see, no points scored, but it's been really fun to watch, right? A minute left.
60 seconds left in this matchup. Kennedy Maciel almost with the pass. Ty bridges and gives his back up. One hook
and
in.
Kennedy with the choke. This could be it. 45 seconds.
Kennedy has the rear naked choke on.
Tuck your chin, Ty.
Doesn't look like it's under the chin, but I think it's going to be enough.
And it's
so tight.
So high up that he can't reach now.
Ty grimacing to the side there. Arm trap now by Kennedy Maciel. 32 seconds left. If he can just hold on.
30 seconds.
Look at the face. He's grimacing. Right in front of us here.
Wow.
Kennedy Maciel wins over Ty Ruotolo.
Huge win for Kenny, but what a performance for Ty. I was already his fan. I think he just gained like hundreds of thousands of new fans around the world.
Such an eggy match looking back at it, you know, because it was the worst way it could have gone for me. I was beating him the whole time pretty much. It was like back and forth, but I was for sure winning. And then I got subbed in like the last 20 seconds, you know, so one match away from being the champ, you know, at 16 and blue belt. That would have been pretty crazy. There were so many opportunities, like Darcis he got, where he for sure should have finished. They were completely locked done, and he just had no squeeze. He starts going for like a knee bar, gives his back, and he gets choked. And I remember just being like, I literally wanted to cry in the coach's seat. He won the fight and then lost the fight, you know. I was like, wow. So man, he had an amazing performance, and it's, again, we're thankful for those losses. He needed that loss because I know he's not going to make that same mistake again.
he beat Kennedy up for fucking up until the last 20 fucking seconds and then just made a mistake and then it went the other way. But that alone, I was like, man, this motherfucker is just showing the world that he's the man.
I didn't realize at the time that he had one more match, but he did against Paulo for third. And I was like, oh my gosh, you know, like, here we go again.
I think that might have been the match I was most nervous for because Paulo's guard is amazing. It was also just someone that I grew up watching, you know, the Miao Bros. I knew that was going to be such a technical match.
Paulo Miao representing Brazil. Regardless of what happens in this matchup, Tai Ruotolo has made history. The youngest competitor in the history of ADCC to get on the podium. So even if he gets 4th place at this point, he has made history in our sport. With the legs entangled, really, look at the flexibility of Miao.
Yeah.
And nice count. Oh, and here we go. Tai Ruotolo setting up the choke off the single leg again. Right in front of us. Miao now on a calf lock potentially. A lot of leg lock entries, more so to get up on top as opposed to just finishing.
Yeah. Look at this though. Yeah, Miao's coming up now and he'll get into a decent position. There he goes. Now he's in a very good position here. Ruotolo's he's in on the leg, but he's got a lot of work to do here still. He should go now. Miao's actually put his knee back in the center of the body. That's pretty tight.
He's got the knee extended.
Yeah. Miao actually had his leg in better position than what it is now. Now it's really nasty.
That was the first time in my life that I was feeling ligaments separate and I had to keep going. He wasn't tapping.
And Ty's just, you know, he's putting everything into it. He's just like face grimaced and the knee is just literally like, it's the most gnarly picture in all of jiu-jitsu, I think. That knee was completely fucked. I just remember the crowd going nuts.
I just heard the crowd like cringing.
And then even after that, I put him in another heel hook after the knee bar.
That's a good bite on that foot.
And I know his leg's broken, and I'm wrenching on this heel hook as tight as I can, and he's popping the same way, and he's still not tapping. And if anything, he's like just looking at me like, I'm like, this guy's just inhuman.
Whoa, you know, and it was hard for Paulo to walk afterwards, and I was hoping that he was okay, but I didn't think he was.
It really looked like it was a tight knee bar. Look on. Miao's limping a little bit.
Almost had a winner there.
And then, I don't know, Paulo did what Paulo does and just gun beat his way out of it.
It was a good match. He ended up getting a win by, I think it was 1 point. I made a super bad strategic error, but it was a sick match.
Guys, what a match.
Yes.
What a match.
I thought I had a really good chance. I really wanted to make the final, and I was 30 seconds away pretty much with that match with Kennedy, but I was super stoked to be able to be in the comp. It was really good. I was looking forward to the next ADCC, to be honest, but it was really good. Stoked to be in it.
It was amazing. You know, it was unreal.
Kade was right there, right next to him the whole time, you know, feeling everything that Tai was feeling, I'm sure.
Sitting there in the coach's seat, seeing the whole crowd. I'd never been in a stadium like that for jiu-jitsu. It's unbelievable. Seeing everybody cheering for Tai, and then it was just a crazy experience. And after that, I think both of us were just so antsy for the next one, and we knew 100% that, you know, we were gonna come for gold.
I knew that all of their years of training and competing worked out for him. But this was his time to shine. I mean, this was his time to really show people that they were ahead of the game, and he did amazing. You know, I was proud. We were all proud of him.
Okay.
It's my pet peeve. There it goes. When people start rubbing my hair. Why do you hate it? You do. I've literally rubbed your hair. You go, dude, what the fuck? Yeah. Look at my... No? Yes. I vividly remember that. You look mad right now. Mad? You want to fight? Yeah, let's go.
I can't tell if he's poisonous here. No, you don't really like it.
We're here at the Roots Costa.
I wouldn't say I'm a good mechanic.
If we go out to some flat road, I bet you I can hit a pretty sick wheelie though.
We literally hadn't put on a gi for months and months and months, so our whole theory is like, we're just gonna do no gi in the gi, dude. It's gonna work, you know?
I think I can pull something out of the hat though, no matter what. I got something up the sleeve for this guy. Something you hasn't seen yet.
Man, Ty is like, he's a special guy, you know? It's amazing, like, he really loves to train. He has a good mindset. He likes the flow. He flows a lot, you know? He trains really aggressive. When he trains like trying to kill someone is when he trains with his brother.
Change this song, we'll change this song.
And Kade, like, they know black belt jiu-jitsu since they're like 9 years old.
When I roll with them, it's like playing with the ocean, except it just decides to drown you whenever it wants to. They're really good. They're really good. Even one of them said, I don't actually remember when I started training. He started when he was 2, so he doesn't remember. He just grew up, they just grew up like that.
Ty's mindset to compete is incredible. Like, look what he did in at ADCC 2019. The youngest guy ever fighting ADCC fought like a man, like a real man, you know? 16 years old, fighting and competing against the top level guys and almost won.
You look good, man. You look good, bro. I'm so happy for you. They have just very unique jiu-jitsu. You know, they come up with something interesting to throw at each other, then they figure out how to beat it, and none of us know what these moves are. Only these two know. It's like they have their own secret language.
And they always have fun. They have a great, great mind, winning or lose. But most of the time they win. And to be honest, like, the sky is the limit for those kids. They're gonna reign for a long time. You think about it, you kind of like, oh my God, it's gonna be insane, you know? Man, they're already great. When I see them train, it's like, man, it's amazing, you know? I'm very proud of them. They deserve it because they work really hard for that.
It's a daily thing here at the Roots, the Roots house. Come here, Sam. Hey, go.
Yeah, grab him. Let's go for a walk.
Good boy. Tim. Nice. Tim. Does she have all the students? How many?
Ty, don't. There's hey, let's go, baby. Ty, how did...
Yeah, well, it's tricky. They don't have any like higher level guys. What they bring to the
Such a little ledge.
Yeah, do the guys...
This is our childhood home. Basically, grew up here in Huntington Beach. As you can see, we got the mats here, the garage all matted out. This is like the room where Kade and I like sit down and like when we're like trying to think about like different techniques or something new or we're trying to figure something out. This is like usually where we do it. This is where all the leg lock and defenses kind of, we came up with all those. A lot of our leg spins came up in here, so this is kind of like our little sacred grounds. Yeah.
Should have turned.
You know, now that we got our apartment out in San Diego, we've kind of been spending a lot more time down there. But this is the home base. Look, these are little surf contests from growing up. I remember this was the 2017 CCSA Summer Surf Series. Ty Ruotolo, first place. I treasure that more than all those. Yeah, for sure. Oh, there's Kade. Guess who I beat in the final for this trophy? This guy. This was definitely my favorite win because I beat him, you know?
I was pissed.
You was pissed. I feel like if we make it to like a final in the division or something, I feel like there's no one in the world that I would like want to beat more. You know what I mean? Because if it's equal, like now we're in the final, you know, it's one of us has to win. So it's a win-win, right? So then it's really truly like who's better. Exactly. And that's been like the whole thing our whole lives. Like that's I think contributed to a lot of like why we've gotten better is like we will never let each other be better than each other for like a day. Like if you submit me, if you submit me 1 day or 2 days in a row, then the third day I'm coming in so hot, you know, protein, pre-workout, you know, like stretching the whole, you know, like I can't let that happen, you know, and same for him, you know, so. Indy, let's go. Yeah, but this is more our childhood like little bedroom too, you know, so we see like little like pictures and stuff like when we're way younger. And, yeah, we live in San Diego for the past few years, so we've kind of been spending more time there, but yeah, it's good to come back here like on the weekends, save it up to family, you know, and we've been spending more time here since we got evicted, so.
The best feeling when you're out there, like turns, you know, even airs, all that other stuff feels good, but like when you're in the barrel, like time just slows down. You really can't it's like something you can't describe. Sure, it's better. Like I went to the semifinals of ADCC and like still getting a big barrel is like it's like the same feeling, you know. So like that was an amazing feeling for me, but surfing, like I get the same feeling, you know. So yeah, I love them both. Today we'll probably get like maybe another training session in, eat, keep it mellow, and then tomorrow back at 6:15 a.m. comp class. So we'll wake up for that. I think I'm gonna eat a burrito right now. I'm kind of hungry. Nice burrito. San Diego last time. Cali burrito.
We should have motos. I hope. The most tedious job ever. You got these big old sausage fingers, so it's not nice. But just gotta get these little bolts off, reconnect the connections. Really as simple as it gets. Positive, positive, negative, negative. I wouldn't say I'm a good mechanic, that's for sure. I can kind of fix some stuff. Let's see, these bikes are fun. They're small little bikes. They're easy to learn on, you know, perfect for learning. And can I now know how to switch the gears? So we're looking to step up, but we probably shouldn't. You know, I've already took a couple diggers in this one. If you're not actively fixing stuff, it's actively breaking. Yeah, all these bikes need heavy maintenance. For example, come over here, guys. Look how I got this thing wired a couple of days ago. I took an old iPhone cable. That's how that battery is tied in there. What are you trying to do? I'm trying to do the wheelie. You're trying that? Like a proper one?
You gotta be further back.
He's barely getting the thing around the car. We'll see. If he comes unscathed, comes out of this unscathed, it'll be a win.
He doesn't know where to go. That was high, right? Yeah, that was the highest one ever done. When the boys are on, we gotta perform, you know? You gotta put on for the boys.
Your mom's upset that you're riding with no shoes on.
Is that what she said? Yeah, she usually says that.
She usually says that.
Oh, there she is.
Sorry.
Those wheelies? Tell her to put shoes on.
I haven't done a wheelie like that on these. So fun.
That's what I just
Ty, you have a match? You want to
Yeah, it's true.
Mama Bear gets all concerned. Far. I actually don't even know.
Yeah, exactly. You don't know either.
Okay. Yeah.
Like 15 minutes or an hour.
It's definitely not Marbella.
There's a lot of vets though. Yeah. A bunch of vets. Yeah.
Hey, what do you think on the floor?
So they hadn't fought for IBJJF since 2019. So that was the last time they fought in the gi. And then their brown belt debut was 2021 Worlds. And they hadn't fought in the gi in like 2.5 years. And then they both decided to do the same division.
That one was crazy. That was hectic. You know, Brown Belt Worlds, that was such a fun event because Kade and I grew up in the IBJJF events. Always, you know, that was our home, right? So we were so comfortable there.
I remember Ty had to lose 10 pounds in 2 days or something like that. He messed up with his weight cut, so he had a really bad last 2 days.
At this point in time, Kade's back home in San Diego at Atos, and he's training. He's doing a full camp.
30 seconds!
Haven't really been training too much gi. I think the last time I put on the gi was September. Yeah, I felt great today in training, so I'm excited.
I'm in Costa Rica still, and I was trying to bump my weight up to middleweight because I was doing the lightweight division. I was like, I was 15 pounds over. I come back home 2 days before Worlds, and I'm still 15 pounds over, and they won't let me change it to middle, right? So, oh my God, I gotta cut 15 pounds by, you know, in 2 days.
You know, before that, we weren't training any gi. It was 100% no gi, you know? So, I mean, we literally hadn't put on a gi for months and months and months. So our whole theory is like, we're just gonna do no gi in the gi, dude. Wow, this is gonna work, you know?
So I got down, made the weight, weighed in, had a couple scraps. My brother was flying through people.
First round, I fought Elijah Dorsey. It was a tough scrap. It was a tough fight, and I ended up getting him with another triangle armbar finish.
Every match I had, my whole body was cramping, you know? Like my forearms, my hips, my everything. I was just, oh, the gi sucks.
Tough semifinal match. Ended up getting past him. I think I choked him. And then it was one more semifinal armbar, and then I met Ty in the final.
I barely made it to the finals, I remember. It was just like, I felt so bad, right? So by the time I was ready to fight my bro, I was so burnt. My dad's like, oh, I got all my money on Kade, you know? Kade's winning for sure. It's like, Ty looks terrible this event.
I could definitely see the 5 training sessions are kind of paying off for me, and you can tell he's a step behind it.
Yeah, I had a gnarly weight cut.
I'm feeling confident in this final, no doubt. I think I can pull something out of the hat though, no matter what. I got something up the sleeve for this guy, something he hasn't seen yet, so I don't know, we'll see.
I was all confident because I had a little camp I'd been training. You know, we both had tiring matches, but Ty was just dead. His arms were like completely gone, you know? And I was like, oh, I'm gonna get him today. I was psyched.
It would have been so easy to close out, right? The boys just went out there and said, no, let's fight.
Great, it's happening. Great, changing the game.
Like, I think everybody really respected that.
You know, I was like, if I'm gonna fight Ty on competition day, I want him to look like that, you know?
Kade was smashing me like the first couple minutes. I had a couple attacks too, but he was getting the better of me.
I think I was up a couple points and like 6 advantages or something like that. He needed a lot to come back, and then I remember like it was a minute left, and then kind of did this scramble onto my back where I tried to, you know, bring him over the top. I had like one more piece of energy to give, and I got on an arm bar, and he just slid right into the arm bar. I remember I didn't want to tap so bad, and I went to turn, but it was, you know, when it's so perfectly on the elbow, it's not too high, not too low.
was even considering letting it pop. I was like, oh no, I gotta tap. I can't let my brother injure me, so I tapped.
I was shocked that Tai won, to be honest, because Kade had a fire like run, submitting everybody, and Tai was like, you know,
That day was just really getting and having a lot of fun. Watching Kade fly through everybody, meeting up in the finals, you know, having that experience of competing in the IBJJFs again, you know, having multiple matches in a day, having to recover. That's super fun to us, you know. I miss that feeling, you know. That's something we grew up on, so to experience that again, that day was just a really fun day for us.
When they faced each other in the brown belt finals, it was unheard of because I think the only brothers that did it was the Meow brothers. They didn't do it, like they didn't go after it like Kade and Tai did.
I just think for them it's super normal. Right? I think they're just accustomed to beating the shit out of each other, and yeah, Tai won that day, but they get a chance to redo it every day.
They're about the competition, and they're about setting a fucking bar like no other. Like I said, before the tournament, they said if they made it, they're gonna fucking fight, and they fought. And they wanted to give the jiu-jitsu community a fucking show and show them that even though they're brothers, they're gonna fucking compete. Fuck, it was a good show.
For me, I just want to put on a show for the people, and I don't want to lose to anybody. That's what closeouts are. I think it's kind of bad for the sport and bad for everyone. It's like saying two surfers, you know, making it to the final of the surf contest, and then because they're homies, they don't want to surf the heat, you know what I mean? It's like, we all watched you guys, you know, we're all here to watch you guys surf the final, you know? It makes zero sense to me, you know? But in my opinion, if you close out, you both lose. You both are losers, you know what I mean? That's, you know, neither if you won, right? So if you went first, you're last, right? So I'd give the third place the first medal, to be honest with you. Even though we're kind of both fighting for the same things, you know, it's perfect. We're first and second, which, you know, that's first and first for us, you know.
The idea of having a twin brother, to have a training partner available at all times that is your size, your weight, at your training level, this is like a dream. I think that the Ruotolo Brothers have been living the dream.
Although they can get great, obviously, training with all their teammates and everyone else, but I feel like they don't hold back against each other when they train at all.
I think the brother thing in jiu-jitsu is an interesting thing. It's an interesting part of like the story. Makes you a little different than everybody else. I feel like jiu-jitsu has a lot of those. You have Saulo and Shanji, and then you have Mendez brothers, and then you have the Meows and the Ruotolo Brothers. So it's like you have these generational groups of brothers that are competing at a really high level. Like, oh, which one's the better brother? I think that's always the more interesting part. I think that's also the coolest thing about the Ruotolo Bros. There's so many things that happen in the sport just like because that's how it's been done. And it is martial arts, it's super conservative. As a sport, you have things where it's like, oh, a team meets with another team. Like, don't make them fight each other in the finals because it's gonna cause team drama. Like that's team drama stuff. Like that has nothing to do with the fan. Like you watch the World Championships and there's like 5 closeouts. You're like, nowhere else in the world do you see this as a professional sport doing this. And then you have the boys go in and then like they do their thing and they're like, yo, we'll scrap with each other. And then there was like, what? That's crazy. And then you're like, yes, this is a masterclass on how you can transform a sport. They're culturally shifting the way that things happen in the sport without even people really understanding what that is. The boys get that kind of energy from the people because they're doing the things that the people want to see.
Everybody loves the Ruotolo Brothers, right? These guys are the best. Just good vibes all the time. They got their black belts last week.
Oh, triple slam, triple slam. We got triple slam in the house, all the boys.
So when they got their black belt, I felt like they're here now.
Yeah, man, they grew up fast. Once 18 came around, they weren't kids anymore, you know?
Well, I gotta say, I'm happy. I'm living life. Hey, let's go. I feel great. World title, cool little thing about to go down right now. Underscore, maybe, I don't know, possibly. What? I don't know. I didn't say anything.
I mean, for the non-jiu-jitsu, for someone to kind of understand like what a black belt means to someone, I think it would be like, you know, you could almost compare it to getting like your master's in whatever you're studying in. You got your degree. It's kind of like the same feeling. Growing up, the black belt held so much weight to me, right? Just because all the guys that I wanted to be like had one. That's all I wanted to do was be a black belt, and it was funny. I started, you know, got to blue belt, got to purple belt, and I felt like the higher belts I got, the less, you know, I really wanted the black belt. I think that was because I was fighting black belts in the competition and beating them. I'm like, I'm not a brown belt, you know? Like, I'm beating these black belts.
We're gonna celebrate. Today is a day of celebration. Outdoor belt promotion right now, okay? And then we're gonna have fun after that, okay? So I just would like to have a half circle right now. Come this side here, please. I'm your Kade type.
Kade's been first every time. Every time. You got me at World. And I won, yeah. I tied first.
So, you know, I think by the time I got the black belt, I didn't quite have that much, I didn't think it would hold that much weight, right? Until it got strapped around my waist, until Andre went boom. And then I was like, whoa, I'm a black belt. That's what people say, are you in school, this and that? I'd be like, no, my black belt's my degree, you know? So at heart, my brother and I, we felt like black belts, you know what I mean? But we just didn't have it around the waist. So once we got it tied around the waist, it almost felt like more like, we did it, you know?
So stoked to be a black belt now. Super motivated to go do Worlds, go do everything at black belt now, go compete. I'm so psyched. Next year we have Worlds again in 6 months, Europeans, Pans, everything before that, and ADCC. So next year I'm like just feeling motivated, more than anything, excited.
Congratulations.
Lots of years of hard work and dedication, and I'm tripping out that today's the day they got their black belts, and it's just really cool.
We're so stoked. We're so proud of them. We couldn't be more pleased that they got it from the Galvaos. Angelica and Andre are amazing people. So we're so stoked. I mean, it's amazing. And now from here, let's see what they do.
Exactly. We're always pulling.
What up, guys? We're here in Puerto Escondido. The surf fight camp. Matchup packed again.
So sick.
All the boys.
Bros, you're maxing it out.
They really are young veterans.
Day one of the black belts here at the 2022 World Championships.
It's not over. Gonna stay focused for the next one.
The most important thing I think it takes to become the best in the world at jiu-jitsu is an absolute love of the game. If you don't love getting out there, grinding every single day, putting in the hours and hours and hours of training, of drilling, of working new techniques, of trying to figure things out that you don't understand, if you don't have the love for jiu-jitsu, you're not gonna make that happen. I think that the Ruotolo Brothers have been living the dream, and this entire time they have really represented jiu-jitsu in a very positive way. They're out there in the sun, they're surfing, they're skating, they're doing jiu-jitsu, they're working out, they're getting after it.
You did good.
That's the life they live.
You got me one day.
Hey, thanks. Now I got a cool. I'll put
Let's do this.
Yeah,
Get him
when you guys are here, you guys can kind of just buck and just do your best just to create enough space just to really just swing this arm across. So boom, and once you have enough space here, you're just turning and then locking in, right? And it's pretty simple, just grabbing this grip. And then just make sure you're straightening this wrist and your arm as much as you possibly can. And you're almost shrimping out and trying to get on your close shoulder, the one that's underneath him. Boom, right? Kind of getting it underneath. And like Kade said, the quicker you get your feet on him, it's kind of better too. That way you can push off of him and get the arm bar a bit more, right? Or at least just create space and then recover your guard again.
When you get to this point, if you feel like you guys are turning back in and the choke's not quite there, if you really want to attack that arm bar, you bring both your knees to your chest. Your bottom knee, you try to aim for inside the hip, and your top knee is going to land right on top of his back. Right? So you want to land like here, attached to him. And the more pressure you add with your top leg, the more the choke is active and the arm bar, right? So the more I use that top leg, that's what's the finish a lot of the time. Right? And maybe get crazy with it, kind of go dark so
What up, guys? We're here in Puerto Escondido at the surf fight camp.
Exactly. But always pulling.
We're out here for a week, every day hitting the beach, surfing, training jiu-jitsu, and just living the life.
It's happening. Massive packed again. Can't even walk. You step on people. I think the brothers are just showing a bunch of random dope shit. There's a lot of like crafty stuff that you can do in jiu-jitsu that a lot of people don't do. Everybody has like their couple, like 4 or 5 little secret dope little moves like that. Sometimes if you do it at the right time, can get you out of some deep shit. It's cool to see some of theirs.
We came a long way for sure. Now technically I'm ranked, #1 pound for pound in my division in the world for Nogi, and traveling the world doing camps like this and just doing what I love for a living. It's crazy to think that it's happened like that. It's happened pretty quick. The boys just paddle out, look, film. But yeah, waves look fun. All the boys out there gonna score a couple waves, little air sections, couple little snaps. We'll see. Oh, look at that chick. It's funny, growing up, we always had big dreams and big, goals, and it's cool that I'm kind of like starting to achieve them now, but now I'm starting to make some new goals, and set some new ones, so I'm psyched. Day 3, maybe 4. I think, what is it, day 4? I don't know. Day 3. We lost track here at the camp. Good times, long nights, long days, no sleep. Team no sleep, dude. We're curling over here. No. Oh, nice.
Get it on all the boys.
All the boys. Oscar. So sick.
All the boys.
Styling. Ever since I started coming down here, we were talking about doing jiu-jitsu camps here because obviously it's like a paradise place to do a jiu-jitsu camp.
People from all over the world come and train with us months at a time. We run a couple camps a year for people to experience this like vibe.
It's a cool scene in the winter and the summer. And even when the Ruotolo twins were like young, we were like, dude, in the future we'll do camps and bring the Ruotolo twins. They're like orange belt, green belts, And now they're black belts.
Yeah.
first camp teaching as black belts, and Kade and Ty have big black belt fights coming up, so excited to see how they do.
So I think Ty was saying that he wasn't gonna do Worlds, like because they're so into Nogi, they're the Nogi guys, you know. So it wasn't really planned. Again, like their brown belt debuts weren't, you know, at IBJJF weren't really planned.
I remember like he wasn't gonna do it, and I remember like that's how a lot of these tournaments go with the boys. They're like they're not gonna do it, and then like something happens. And then like I'll get the call. Nicole's like, the boys are gonna do it. I was like, what? That's crazy. Like what? But they weren't even really like in camp or anything to train. Like, no, but they're on it. They want to do it. They're gonna do it. I was like, that's sick. I was like, that's so good. And then I'm like, wait, but the boys only been training gi for like 2 weeks, and the tournament's like in a week.
Fuck, 2 weeks? He trained for it? 2 weeks for the gi? And everyone knows that does jiu-jitsu. I mean, going from no-gi to gi is a huge transition with things, right?
He'd won the brown belt, obviously, against me, so he got the invite into the black, which is awesome. He didn't have to, have to do points or anything like that. I didn't have any points, so I couldn't do it, but I remember we had a decent camp leading up to it. He was training hard in the gi. I had a bit of a better camp this World's around for sure. I think I had about a 2-week camp, had amazing training partners, the best coach and the best camp possible. I watched so many matches in that pyramid, watching Andre just dance on people, right? Watching all those Buchecha wars, all those different wars that got me, and rivalries that got me so fired up for, when I became a black belt. That's all I want to do, is have my own rivalries and have my own world titles, and and be able to win like those guys.
The boys looked up to Andre, not only for his accolades personally and what he's accomplished in jiu-jitsu, but more so for his mindset of jiu-jitsu. And they knew by going to Atos and Andre Galvao, they would get the mental aspect of high-level competition. Not to mention Atos has fucking hammers in that fucking gym, so that's the perfect fucking gym to be fucking training at, because it's all big fucking dudes, big strong fucking dudes.
I think that's what people don't hear the stories on. Like, the boys have been beating up the black belts in the gym since they were purple belts, like scrapping like the best world champions. So it's like now they know, like, right? But like when they fought like brown belt, like they probably should have fought black belt division.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Things are getting kicked off right underway.
Day one of the black belts here at the 2022 World Championships. We're going to start it off strong.
Ty, he's gonna stall. He's gonna stall. Fight you to the end.
Stay strong, Ty. You stall it, Ty. You stall it. Keep attacking. He's doing absolutely nothing. Ty, open the guard and go LL, Ty. Zero threat. Stall it.
That's fast. That's fast. Don't stop,
He's holding. He's just
Sure did.
Feel great. Yeah, first one down. It's got another one to go, you know, so it's not over. Gonna stay focused for the next one. First match since last Worlds, actually. Yeah, so yeah, it was good to throw the gi back on. It's been a while. Obviously, I get sore from the grips, you know, I'm not used to the gi cardio yet, so it's fun mixing it up with these guys.
That was a massive match because, you know, Jonathan had won last year, right? So he was probably the favorite again to win this year.
And it was the first match of that division, too. It was like, holy shit, you know, everyone's around, everyone's fucking yelling. And fuck, Ty pulled it out, he won that.
The crowd, you just kind of see, you know, a lot of the stadium standing up, you know, everyone in our corner, you know, slapping the barricades, people screaming.
Jonathan was stalling a lot, and I think people are kind of really getting over the stalling in the gi. It makes the sport so boring.
John has an amazing guard, you know, he controls the legs really well. He swept high with an amazing sweep. But I think John was concerned about pulling guard. He was like trying to win with that 2 points for like 8 minutes, which is kind of like almost impossible if you're fighting someone that's like moving all the time. I think the serve helped him a lot.
It was a huge win for Ty, and then, you know, he went against Levi second round.
Here we're going to see the dynamic movement of Ty Ruotolo versus the intricacy of Levi Jones-Leary. Levi intent and content on sitting first. As I said before, not to be mistaken, Ty Ruotolo is very proficient in the gi. Brown belt world champion in 2021. That was 6 months ago. How amazing would it be for him to potentially make this big of a wave?
Step over and pass, Ty! You got a pass right there! Yes! Yes!
Just continuously passing over again and again.
Beautiful!
This looked like it could be a really good attempt for him to pass.
Wow.
Will he be able to secure the pass here?
This is so tricky.
Oh, and he passes the guard. Or does he go back? He needs to settle in. And passes the guard of Levi Jones.
Ty Ruotolo.
Don't stop, Ty! Don't stop!
Ty just doing such a great job shutting down every escape.
He adds 2 on the board, 5-0.
Man, Ty Ruotolo moving on. That was a quarterfinal. I believe he's going on to the semifinals now.
My match with Levi, I was able to showcase my game a bit more. Didn't surprise me in that match, but he put a really good pressure on him, good pace, and I was stoked on him for that fight. And then I fought Valente after that.
One of the most exciting storylines of the 2022 World Championships is that of Ty Ruotolo taking on Lucas Valente, a veteran of the game. Thrilling match here as Ty looks to make his first World Titles berth. It's Ty that time's a great guard here. Lucas Valente definitely known for his bottom game. But Lucas Valente looking to pass on top, also has a cross-collar choke here, but Ty uses the momentum and commitment to maybe pull off a sweep.
Now this is all you, Ty.
It was a closer match. He ended up scoring a quick 2 points.
There it is, 2 points for Ty, an advantage for Lucas Valente.
He's got a strong close guard, so I was dealing with that for a while. But then I got out and I got to my positions.
Some wrestling here from Valente, standing on his feet. Ty Ruotolo clubbing on the back of the head. Will he go for another takedown? Yes, he will. That's 2.
Now finish it, Ty.
Now he's putting on the pressure.
You know, towards the end, Ty got a little more exciting. Ty ended up pulling out the win.
His first World Championship final as a black belt. This rookie black belt just punched his ticket into the final of the lightweight division.
You're the best, Ty! You're the best!
Oh, I feel good. Felt sleepy this morning, so definitely awake now.
Fuck, again, Thai fashion, he pulls it off, right? Went through 3 fucking hammer gi athletes.
Just continuously passing over again and again.
Ty Ruotolo, now he's putting on the pressure.
Every time I step on the mat, that's my goal, is to break my opponent. You know, I don't want to just sit there and play footsies, you know, and then, you know, stall it out. That's not, I don't win like that, you know. My goal is to break my opponent. You know, to get the goal, that's what I came here for, you know, so, you know, it'd be unreal, it'd be a dream come true.
And then it was the final.
Mika Galvao in the finals.
It's kind of been a weird rivalry with Mika since they've been kids.
The boys and Mika have been competing together alongside each other, I think, since like 14-ish?
We all know Mika's strong as a motherfucker.
We knew Mika was going to be the toughest match. We know he's going to be physically strong, very aggressive.
#1 kid from Brazil. #1 kid from the US. But then like meeting at that point at black belt, like it was bananas. It's one of those matches where like you watch two of the best go at it. That's just like, that's what you dream of. You dream of watching and hoping athletes like that meet each other, because that's what makes like the sport vibrant.
We have our game plan, we know what we're here to do. Just fuck shit up. Submit.
This is the lightweight black belt final. This is by far the most anticipated final of the entire tournament, because you've got two of the best representatives of the modern generation of black belts right here on the mats in front of us. In the blue gi, Tai Ruotolo of Atos. In the white gi, Mika Galvao.
Tai Ruotolo in 2021, just back in December, brown belt world champion, and now fights up in the final. Mika Galvao, quick jump guard.
Perfect, Ty. We have our two options, Ty. Two options just like we were.
Immediately on the arms, Mika Galvao.
Tai Ruotolo,
beautiful.
Quick recovery,
Now pass
not out of the woods yet.
You've got to be so careful with Mika Galvao. He is a submission sniper from bottom position. So sharp at throwing up attacks.
Get ready for the overhook.
Oh, look at that. I mean, just like you said before, like the speed of a cobra. Right there, Tai had his arm out there for just a second. And Mika Galvao already trying to go bring an arm bar over the top of his shoulder.
It's quite remarkable. You see the way that Ruotolo, look at that side-to-side passing motion now is very famous trademark.
Both sides, passing on both sides, Ty. Yes, Ty, that's it. Perfect, Ty. Punch his head with your left hand.
He can be swift, but
stay up, stay up, stay up, stay up.
Mika manages to put Tai down. That's a 2-point reversal right there.
What to do from here? Looking for underhooks if can. Yes, beautiful.
He's doing a good job of bringing his hits around the outside. Tai Ruotolo forced the turn. Let's get the pass. Oh, Tai Ruotolo turning, not give him the points.
Ruotolo bails, no points conceded, only an advantage, but
scramble, Ty. You know what to do. Fight the grips, hand fight.
Galvao's got a good grip now. Looks like he's got the seatbelt grip from the back. No grip at the collar here. No choke just yet.
That's one hook in. This is a real tough spot to be in if you're Tai Ruotolo, trying to do everything he can to bring his back on the mat. Correct the angle.
It is, Ty. Yes, Ty. That's it, Ty.
Oh, looks like he's going to turn back into the post.
Now, Ty, everything you got. You do this
and he's right up.
Everything you got.
And we'll see what Tai Ruotolo can do with this minute and 20 seconds to make back the score.
If he can pass, he can win this. Last look at his shoulder tackle the Plaza here.
Yes, Ty. Now pass off it.
Will he be able to finish here in the last seconds?
Tai Ruotolo, look at his step back, step around, and try to go for a counter.
Mika Galvao as the clock winds down.
It is over. The match is over. And Mika Galvao takes the championship gold medal. The youngest IBJJF black belt world champion in history, Mika Galvao, 18 years of age. They're rivals. They've been competing against each other since they were little kids. I'm sure this is not the last time, but right now, all the glory goes to Mika Galvao.
Strong as fuck, dude. You did amazing. Good job. You're the only natural athlete out here, bro. I swear. We'll train for the next one. You did amazing.
In third, representing
Yo, Peppery.
No way.
He just got announced right now?
Could you look it up on USADA? Yeah, I will. So what I just gave you a phone, Kade. What is it?
Yeah, it says news release. USADA, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu athlete Mika Galvão accepts sanction for anti-doping rule violation. Galvão, 19, tested positive for clomiphene, and his metabolite for it's a bunch of crazy shit. I don't even know. I mean, he's getting stripped, so that's what's happened in all the other cases, right? The second place gets the gold medal, so I guess technically ties the youngest black belt world champion in the world. That's crazy. That's it. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu athlete Mika Galvão accepts sanction for anti-doping rule violation. Well, I guess technically I'm the world champion and whatnot and all that, right? So that's pretty cool. I mean, it's not the way you want to win, you know. It's whatever, you know. You know, I don't think of myself as a world champion, really, to be honest, either. You know, I knew he was using steroids. That doesn't really change anything. I still lost the match in the final, you know, and I can't lose and think I won, you know. So, you know, I always wanted to be that, you know. So it's not really, I guess, the way it happened, you know, but everything happens for a reason, you know. And yeah, I guess my brother and I are just trying to be good role models for the next generation and show how to do it naturally, you know. So stoked to get that title, I guess. Yeah, for sure. That's one thing my brother and I have been talking about forever is like if that Costa Rica dream is gonna come to fruition, it's gonna be a lot quicker with two of us trying to make it happen. Flow, you know, find your position.
Beautiful spin out there from Ruotolo. Oh, beautifully timed foot sweep.
I think the biggest feeling right now is just relief knowing that I'm gonna be there alongside my brother at ADCC.
Surprisingly yawning. I've only done this like once other time in the actual ring, so. Jay's crazy, bro. Watch out, such a fast bull.
Yo traigo te pone a gozar. Lo que yo traigo te invita a bailar. Lo que yo traigo te invita a bailar. Lo que yo traigo es para vacilar. Mira, ven, vamos a bailar.
Now wait, watch how good this shit starts smelling in like 5 minutes. You guys are gonna trip.
Where's all the garlic? We're here at the Roots Costa. We're gonna be linking a little dinner for you guys. Just super simple, just pasta, mushroom, onion, a little red wine, maybe some chicken on the side. We're gonna keep it vegan because we got David in the house today. Let's go. Super, super mellow, super easy.
He's a good cook. Me and him are the best cooks in the family. That's for sure.
So you're supposed to just like these. Some of them are golden brown. Some of them are like this is perfect. That's good. That's good. Yeah, smash these so I can get started on these. This is why I'd never become a chef. It's like the not funny version of Gordon Ramsay. Okay. I heard the boys are coming into town. Patacones is like a staple from here, so we try to get a little local vibes going. We cook a lot. We both do. We travel a lot, so it's hard to like grocery shop and you know we're constantly gone. But when we are home, we do like to cook. I got oil all over my body. Oil. It's good. Well done, Kade.
It's getting hot in that kitchen. It's very freeing out here. Either surf or train in the afternoon, you know, make some dinner. It's pretty simple. You know, I travel for work a little bit, obviously with jiu-jitsu and everything like that, but every time I have a free slot of time, I just want to come back here. You know, I don't even want to try anywhere else. It's just like my paradise. I don't know, it's hard to get away from.
It's just a killer place to go and just get away, you know?
We kind of realized, man, it's not just the house we want the gym too. We want to be able to just build, you know, the perfect life for us, you know. And we're starting to kind of be able to get the whole family here and start to live here more often.
That's one thing my brother and I have been talking about forever, is like, if that Costa Rica dream is gonna come into fruition, it's gonna be a lot quicker with two of us trying to make it happen. So with 2022 ADCC coming up, my brother was already in, and I knew I was gonna have to earn my spot. And at the time, you know, I was starting to get some results, nogi, some super fights, things like that, but nothing that warranted me an invite into ADCC. You know, it's the most prestigious competition in the world. East Coast trials, not gonna lie, I was kind of having a bit of the same worries were way back when we were kids, when my brother had won the trip to Abu Dhabi, and I still had to win that trip, and you know, I was fighting a super tough opponent, and you know, what if I get edged out this final, I go back to the West Coast, I get edged out again, and then you only get 2 chances, you know? So I was like, if I don't win this, I'm not going to ADCC, you know? And he is. That's not an option. I just tried to keep that thought as far as away as I could, and just make sure I just want to get the job done the first time. Flow, you know? Find your positions. Are you awake? Yeah. Want me to stop you or are you awake? Want me to stop you or you're awake? Yeah, let's go.
On his head a little more.
Good work.
Let's go, Kade. Get up, 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 up. Beautiful. Don't stop, break. Yes. Flick him up. Out of the round. Right into it, Kade. Right into it. Good job, Kade.
You know, so I had a lot of tough scraps, but the semifinals against PJ,
Number 2, Kade, Ruotolo, and PJ Bar.
that one was crazy. We went through the scramble and I landed on my neck, and you know when you get like a bit of a pinch in your neck, it hurts. It's so super tight, hard to look right, things like that. And then my brother told me some of the best advice I've ever been given ever is that, like, I promise you, once the next match starts, your adrenaline is gonna kick in and those pains are gonna go away. I just finished my last semifinal match and into the finals against Tackett. Super excited. As soon as we slap the match, the adrenaline kicks in, and you know, it was a 6 scrap.
Oh, beautiful spin out there from Ruotolo. Oh, beautiful tight foot.
And all of a sudden you forget about your aches and pains and you see a threat at hand, you know, you start wanting to deal with the threat.
Yeah, he's looking for it. Bars here, you can see, I think it's right on a little bit deeper.
It was back and forth, back and forth. I remember putting him in a buggy choke. I was so pissed because I remember it was the same arm that pinch was on, but I had 0 pull. You know, I couldn't put the squeeze like I wanted to. And you see him like, he's making a face, but I'm just like, damn, I could be literally finishing him right now if it wasn't for this. And he ended up escaping a scramble all the way until the end, and I ended up getting the win.
Very hard fought, a lot of high-level technique in that match.
That was one of the most relieved I've ever been. I came into this knowing it was going to be an insanely stacked bracket. This finals day, pretty much every fight could have been like a super fight, and I knew it was going to have a lot of work cut out for me. And I think the biggest feeling right now is just relief, knowing that I'm going to be there alongside my brother at ADCC. You know, we're in a position where pretty soon we're going to be unbeatable, and I think after this win today, I kind of proved I deserve to be there at that #1 spot.
And then under control, ready.
My brother was already in, and you know, I would say just the biggest motivation was the realization that we can beat some of the best in the world.
We wanted to be able to both have the ability to be the youngest champion in history, and I knew I was a natural 170er, you know, so I wanted to make the decision to go to 195, which is a big jump. You know, those guys are a lot bigger, a lot stronger.
Ty had to pack on some pounds, you know, for the bigger division because he didn't want to be the smallest guy in the 88 kilograms.
Okay, started in.
It was intense for sure, you know, a lot of tough training rounds, a lot of tough training scraps. You know, like you said, it was Andre's last, you know, go at it, you know, so Andre was throwing the whole kitchen sink. But yeah, high energy, high intensity, and a room full of killers.
Welcome to the 2022 ADCC World Championship. We are here in Sin City, the fight capital of the world. ADCC always seems to deliver big-time surprises. Each bracket is going to be stacked. We've been waiting for this for a very long time.
You look at each bracket, you have the favorites, you have the returning champions, you have the stars, but the guys that qualify, these trials of this year have been insane. So whoever wins those trials that are here, they can potentially be the next big grappling superstar.
And now your men's 77-kilogram bracket. Reigning from the USA, Kade Ruotolo.
I was out there to Vegas and like when we did the face-offs, right? You know, and everyone, you know, matched up with their first opponent.
And his opponent from Australia, Lachlan Giles.
It was like, this is getting serious, you know? This is hectic, this is critical.
Looks like we got a crowd favorite.
Kade Ruotolo against Lachlan Giles. Are you kidding me, Kenny Florian? And you got wild cards. Roberto Jimenez, Majid Hage, the Canadian Dante Leon who upset Lucas Lepre. Mika Galvão is here.
For me, I was getting pumped, you know? I was seeing the room and I was getting excited. I was like hell yeah, we're about to like perform in front of all these people. You see a lot of people kind of getting nervous, you know what I mean? So I think everyone was dealing with it in different ways.
From the USA, Josh Hinger.
Josh Hinger, the master of the Hinger team, great wrestler, amazing front headlock, guillotine, anaconda,
also coming out of the USA,
he's got
Ty Ruotolo.
Going against his teammate, Ty Ruotolo. How crazy is that?
I mean, these guys have scrapped so many times in the practice room. You know, it's got to be a little bit bittersweet for these guys. But again, just such an opportunity. You know, these guys are going to go for it. So really excited to see this one.
Man, I knew I was going to have to fight my teammates first. It sucks. You know, there's so many of us in the bracket.
That was an unfortunate situation. Imagine just all you've ever wanted is success for this person, right? You want them to win. You never want to see them lose. And then all of a sudden you're in a situation where like, oh, I don't want to see him win this match, right? Now I need to make him lose. I was angry. I was actually, I felt I was frustrated.
2019's ADCC, I had to do the same thing, fighting my teammates the first two matches. It sucks, the goal remains the same, you know, to get the gold. It's the way it goes. You got a killer guillotine, so I know what I gotta look out for. You know, I've been stuck with that in training many times.
The Atos Showdown, Ty Ruotolo versus Josh Hinger. That's going to be a good one. You know, we got two teammates here, but they're not going to hold back. They're going to go for broke, and they're going to give us some exciting jiu-jitsu. I'm expecting a lot of headlocks, a lot of darces, and a lot of aggression.
ADCC is, for one, anything fucking goes. You know, slam a motherfucker on his head. Do whatever it takes to fucking win. But you have the who's who of it, and it's the biggest fucking platform, and that's the biggest accolade in all of grappling and jiu-jitsu is ADCC. You become that fucking champ, dude. No one can tell you shit.
Conditionally prepared, you know, technically prepared. So I was so excited to perform. You know, I did everything I possibly could to make sure that I had zero excuse once I got to the event that, you know, I didn't perform the way I should have.
It's a big mental shift, right? He's like my little brother, you know? And just like him and his brother scrap with each other, I said, okay, I'll scrap with my little bro, you know? Everyone can watch, it'll be a good show.
Man, Just can't wait to get this thing going.
Absolutely, super fight after super fight. It's absolutely amazing.
This is where we see the technical evolution of no-gi grappling. We see the latest strategies, tactics.
It's impossible to pick to see who is going to shine through on this one. So many great matchups.
Tai Ruotolo's just had such an amazing couple of years now, ever since just breaking out the no-gi scene. He's just so aggressive. I'm really looking forward to this match with Hinger. I think it's going to be exciting.
Our athletes taken from the mat here. They know each other well. Josh Hinger said in his interview before this that he'd been training with Tai since he was a kid. You have to wonder how the familiarity will inform this match. They know each other's strengths, weaknesses, physical health, what's hurt, what's not. They spend a lot of time together, so I'm sure it's a little bit bittersweet to be in this moment together as they're on the biggest stage in grappling, but also, of course, good friends.
Form, Ty, form. On the head, snap at the end, snap. Low ankle pick, mix it up, low ankle pick.
Have to be careful when shooting on Hinger because he will snap up that neck and it's over.
If we had to call a cardio advantage, we might call it for Tai Ruotolo. The kid can go forever.
Yes, yeah, I mean, Tai is just a machine.
Oh, spinning!
Oh my God! Rolling Kimura from the feet from Tai Ruotolo, forcing Josh to the... That was insane.
And it was hidden too. He pulled it out of nowhere, and now he has Josh Hinger on his back. You see, Tai, even in these positions where not a lot is going on, he's still moving some area of his body. He's always moving, always trying to find one small opening to advance.
Tai, keep a pace, a perfect pace. Yes, Tai, up, beautiful.
Oh, and here we go, Tai Ruotolo on a double leg, but Josh Hinger.
Yeah, stay on top, stay on top, pump that head out. Perfect, that's two, perfect.
Great work from Josh here.
It's a really tough spot to be in if you're Tai Ruotolo.
Body lock, perfect. Now Tai, slowly start advancing, getting over that knee,
What a great scramble from these two.
Tai, no.
Great work from Josh Hinger here. Really didn't get behind too much in the tempo and the pacing. Has managed to slow Tai down a little bit. Is in a good spot here. But you're never safe with Tai Ruotolo, don't get me wrong. But I'm liking what I'm seeing from Josh Hinger here.
Focus, Tai, keep a pace, a perfect
10 seconds that are left in this first regulation, and ensure that he can even make it to the overtime round. And I think that's what we're going to see.
That's what we're going to see. Well done from Josh Hinger. Stay tight in the turtle. We're going to overtime.
Tai, listen. Everything you got, Tai. We trained too hard for this, Tai. Yes, Tai, up, beautiful.
Oh, he's got his arms connected behind the legs.
Once again, potentially ending up in a position where Josh Hinger can elevate. He's got the shoulder crunch. Will he be able to use that to sweep? Tai Ruotolo intelligently picking up that right leg.
Focus, Tai.
Great extension on this. Oh, throwing it over.
Josh Hinger looking phenomenal so far throughout this overtime period.
Oh, now trying to throw his legs back over for the triangle, but it looks like it's very slippery out there. Barely able to get a foothold.
This is an awkward position for both guys, really. It's a little bit dangerous here, but we have 2 points on the board for Ruotolo. And I believe that was for that takedown.
All the way out, Tai, duck, escape the hook! Roll, Tai, roll! Fight the hook! Tai, fight the hook!
Looking to threaten a choke to get that other hook in. He's got one in now. He's climbing up, potentially looking for the other hook. This is a big situation for Josh Hinger here.
Keep fighting the hair.
He is so close to getting that other hook, and it goes in.
Hey, let's move.
2 minutes left.
Oh, does he have a choke?
Yeah, he's got to hang on for dear life. And Tai Ruotolo's not going to.
It's under the chin.
Everything you got, buddy.
Is this it?
Everything you got, Tai.
Josh Hinger looking to choke Tai Ruotolo.
I think he lost it for a second, but that's still underneath the chin. He's making the adjustments there. This might be the finish.
This is looking like it's gonna be it. He's rolling out of bounds, doing everything he can.
Oh, I think he's releasing grip.
Oh my goodness.
That was on.
He saw death and turned around.
Tai, listen. Everything you got, Tai. We trained too hard for this, Tai. Everything you got.
Still got the back. A great position. Minute and a half. Ty Ruotolo is in dire straits here.
1 minute left for Josh Hinger to maintain this back control. So far, it has been everything Ty Ruotolo can do to get out of this position.
All the way out, Todd, duck, escape the hook! Roll, Todd, roll! Fight the hook! You're out! Go, go, go! Right there, go!
This is an absolutely fantastic performance from Josh Hinger. Really looked like he was struggling early on.
Shoulders to the back! Shoulders to the back! Go! Right leg free! Right leg free! Push! That's it, Todd, go!
What kind of an effort can Ty Ruotolo put together here at the very end? There's no way! The dart stroke here at the very end. Will it be enough? 4 seconds left. And Josh Hinger is going to move on. 1 point gives him the victory. What a war between these two. Chase, what do you have to say about that?
What a showing for Josh Hinger.
Josh Hinger.
Probably one of the hardest matches I've ever had in my life against one of the most talented jiu-jitsu players in the world. And I couldn't celebrate the match. You can just see he's heartbroken. Yeah, he didn't expect to go out first round, you know? And I think no one expected that. But you can see the heartbreak in his face. And, you know, I heard it in his voice too. He was super disappointed, you know? And that sucked.
I've never been so baffled in my life, you know what I mean? Like, I've never been so surprised in my life. I would have thought he would have gotten a car accident on the way to the event before he lost, you know what I mean? Like, something like that. I just had a big adrenaline dump, you know? And also, just fighting my professor, it was just kind of like a weird experience. The preparation was there, you know? It wasn't in the preparation. There was a lot of different other factors that, you know, kind of, I feel like caused me to lose the match. If you look at the way Ty fights, he's mean, dude. He's, you know, he's cutting people's mouths, you know, he's shoulder punching, and he didn't have any of that same aggression in that match.
The Ty that I felt when the match happened wasn't the Ty that I typically felt in the training room.
I think Ty gave him a little too much respect and didn't come out firing how normally Ty does.
I love Josh. Love Josh. But I was in my chair melting, for real. I watched Ty make a few mistakes. I watched Josh capitalize on the mistakes. Josh is gnarly, you know, and we were just bummed for Ty. I felt really bad for him because I know he worked hard and he had to fight a friend and it was a tough match.
It sucked for him, sucked for me. Yeah, it was what it was.
There's no doubt with Ty losing as early as he did, just lit more of a fire under Kade.
Anytime my brother and I lose, it affects us just as much as it affects, you know, ourselves. Him seeing that for sure fired him up.
Your mind wasn't thinking right. It happens to all of us. Look at me, look at me, look at me.
After that loss, I was just so rattled. I was like, damn, it's different out there. It
happens to all of us.
Cade's eyes and the way he was holding himself was like something you never seen before, dude. He was like, man, this motherfucker is just onto something.
Alright, we gotta warm up. I used all my energy for this guy, right? I'm gonna fucking sub this guy as fast as I can now. I have
to. Kade plays his game. I don't think there's really anyone that can beat him. You want to go through the tournament with your brother. We always do.
Oh, fall back on the arm. Here is Kade. He just jumped back on that.
You're gonna win or you're gonna die.
Cade's winning this fucking whole thing.
you want to go through the tournament with your brother. We always do. So when he took that L, I was kind of tripping a little bit, you know, and then I was like, damn, imagine if like we both just lost first round at ADCC. Like that would just feel like crazy. I just try to keep all those thoughts kind of far away and just try to focus on the task at hand. Lachlan, you know, he's a very talented leg locker, very good guard. Shifted my focus to my brother pretty much completely.
Watch the arms, keep them in.
Jake getting aggressive here.
I was getting a little antsy because he wasn't passing as quick as I thought he was going to, and his passing was looking a little bit looser than I would have liked it to.
Ty turns away, able to heel slip. Lachlan trying to get inside position on that leg.
Right into it, Kade, right into it.
Fighting him made me realize that his leg locks are definitely the best in the world, without a doubt.
Oh, he's got that inside heel. Oh, that's bad.
Trying to pass, it got a couple times pretty close. Putting a lot of pressure. You know how our game works. Try to put a lot of pace and tire out our opponent. He was getting tired, but you know, his cardio and his core strength has surprised me a lot.
So you're 5 minutes into where Kade hasn't stopped trying to pass your cardio. And don't get me wrong.
Cut.
Oh,
connection
wow.
now.
Good job. Yeah, good job of Giles getting his top knee and elbow to connect immediately. But great attempt here from Kade.
Heavy control, go! Beautiful, Kade.
Kade in a good position here.
Lachlan gotta be careful he doesn't take an under.
Oh man,
that dart.
Just keep it going, flick, flick.
Oh, fall back on the arm here is Kade. He just jumped back on that.
Finish it, finish it.
Finally, I caught him slacking, posting up on my body, and I caught him in the arm bar.
Throwing it across, he gets it, tap! Kade Ruotolo! Your winner by cross-side arm lock. Juji Gatami finish for Kade Ruotolo. Holy cow, out of nowhere! Right? Just trying to pass, and he just jumped on it.
And I was like, okay, good, we at least got that one out of the way. I wasn't expecting that for sure. When he locked that up, it was something that we've drilled, you know, before. It's something in our system for the leg pin, but it wasn't something that I was expecting him just to throw out like that. You know, it was a sick arm bar.
It was amazing, you know, an amazing finish, just out of the blue, you know. Then he had Roberto, who has wins on both boys.
Kade fought him on a really short notice, giving up a lot of weight, and he ended up getting choked once before. And then Ty's fought him twice. Lost one time, and then the other time, they said it was a draw. So Roberto's tough. For the boys, that was the kind of the guy that was beating him.
Kade Ruotolo versus Roberto Jimenez is up next.
The hand fighting's your world, Kade.
We are wasting no time. We are jumping right back into things.
I don't really get too nervous, but it's just like the most what-if thoughts I had was with Roberto. We haven't gotten that win over him before.
Kade Ruotolo, very fluid, almost sort of an unorthodox stance.
Yep, elbows in.
Here we go.
Know exactly what to do, Kade.
You mentioned Kade is unorthodox. He really has some unconventional shots. He'll go for an ankle pick from really far range. Likes to mix it up. But Roberto Jimenez here, double unders.
On his head a little more. Nice.
Oh, and looking for the Uchimata over the back with the leg in between, elevating.
Over Roberto, counters, lands in side control, but look out for the buggy.
Yes, beautiful.
Roberto immediately taking his arm back behind Kade Ruotolo's leg there. We saw the left arm really come, and look at Kade forcing it to the other side to force the buggy choke.
Oh,
my goodness, these two are swinging.
Kade, no breathing.
Kade reverses the position and land on top.
Let's go, Kade.
Drops back down.
This is possibly dangerous for Roberto, and he gets a tap. Kade Ruotolo's moving to Sunday. Takes out Roberto Jimenez.
What a match.
I knew Kade was more than capable of getting the win, you know, and then he ended up getting the heel hook on Roberto. That was sick. It qualified him for day 2.
After the Roberto match, I fucking text Roots and said, Kade's winning this fucking whole thing. He's winning the whole thing.
He's like, Kade's gonna win this thing, I could tell. I'm like, yeah, just one at a time. He kept calling me, he goes, dude, Kade's on fire.
super stoked just to get that one done out of the way. It was a short match, you know, so still had a lot of energy left, a lot of left in the tank for the next day, the semifinals.
Tomorrow we got PJ, and then I don't know how it's going up on the other side. Oh, it looks like Mika got the finish, so it's probably going to be him and Dante, right? Is that what it is? Yeah. So the winner of that, we'll see.
PJ Barch is going to Sunday.
Wow, what a story! What a story for PJ Barch.
As far as how I feel, man, I'm in the fucking semifinals at ADCC, bro. This is fucking it, man. I don't know. It's a dream come true. Kade's a rematch I've been looking for, actually, man. Kade's a good rematch for me. He's always fucking dangerous, dude. He's out there subbing everybody, you know. He's always dangerous, but I'm a submission guy. You know what I mean? I'm a submission guy, so Kade, it's an exciting match.
Me and PJ are very familiar with each other. We've trained together. He looked amazing today, though, as we see him take out the champ, JT. So I'm looking forward to the third one with him.
Anytime y'all reset, bust the fake off and keep them on it. Try to cover that peripheral vision. Depends on, I mean, if he's like this, it's okay. But, because I have a good guillotine, so I'm not scared of guys shooting on this. Right. So you can break rules because you got a good front headlock. Right. And then if he starts breaking away, look, I'll make him scared. Right. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I was honestly expecting to go against JT. I thought for sure JT was going to push up that side of the division. And, man, PJ looked really good that event. He was the ultimate wild card. Completely unexpected.
That was fucking epic!
PJ's sick wrestling, and sick jiu-jitsu, but tough as hell. ADCC, you start on your feet. You know, there's no guard pulling. PJ's tough.
You beat the man. It's already happening.
So I was like, this is gonna be a really tough match for sure.
So next is Ruotolo. Kids. Whoever wins between
That's good.
It's good for yes. Whoever wins.
Crazy kids are tough, but
it was a super tough one at the trials when we fought last, right? So it's always a war because he has such good wrestling. You know, it's hard to get him down.
So we got PJ Barch coming up. You know, when Kade plays his game, I don't think there's really anyone that can beat him. He should be able to definitely, I think, get the submission. It'll be a good match for sure.
Go, go, go!
Okay, everyone, thanks for joining us once again on map 1. We are back with our next bout. We will have PJ Barch taking on Kade Ruotolo.
Kade Ruotolo has looked absolutely impressive the entire day, and PJ Barch is coming off of a huge upset victory. A very clean upset victory over the reigning champ, JT Torres.
How do you think this one might go down?
Man, I think it's going to come down to the strategy of PJ Barch to deal with the unorthodox style of Kade Ruotolo. We saw Kade Ruotolo snatching submissions from everywhere, submitting Lachlan Giles very quickly with an armbar, and PJ Barch, like you said, has looked locked down.
We're right into things here. Aggressive start, no surprise to see PJ eager to engage in a little bit of wrestling. Much more orthodox style than Kade Ruotolo. That's what makes this fun.
Kade really shuffles from side to side as well. You never know what he's doing or what he's thinking. PJ much more traditional in his stance.
And Kade has got to be one of the most difficult athletes to game plan for. You mentioned game plans and tactics, but
oh, big single leg from Kade Ruotolo. Oh, and PJ showing a little bit. I imagine PJ might be the physically stronger of the two. Darstroke is not far away at any time.
Nice foot swoop there from PJ. Back on the neck, hanging on the head here, just a little headlock action. PJ finds a way out there.
Nice.
There's so much emotions in that match.
Good.
Oh, definitely. Now running PJ out of bounds is Kade Ruotolo.
Kade was doing good, and then he was doing bad.
Oh, we're going for the double now, but counter from PJ Barch.
Oh, and now PJ possibly looking. Looked for a second like he was thinking about throwing his leg over for that arm bar.
He was really good at that event, you know what I mean? He felt like an animal.
Oh, a single leg from PJ Barch now. Trying to go around to the back.
Felt way physically stronger than I felt him, you know, and I fought PJ 3 times now, you know what I mean? So I was familiar with his game, but he brought a couple different things to the table, a little bit newer, and he felt really fresh.
Oh, beautiful! Transition and put the hooks in, using his free foot to open up some space.
It was really trippy. It almost took like he took JT's approach, kind of stole a lot of tricks from JT. Had a very proper, strong wrestling stance. Didn't really over-commit to anything, only took his opportunities when he saw them.
Yeah, really breaking down Kade's base, sliding that foot out. Kade looking to kind of sit out there, but almost a risky maneuver. PJ Barch still hanging on.
And you know, you see JT's usually really good at that. He kind of out-JT'd him almost in a way.
PJ Barch looking to put his left hook in now. Kade once again looking for the sit out.
Oh, he's going for
the other hand. Immediately extracts the hook. Comes very close.
Kade charging the mats.
Big stiff arm from Kade Ruotolo. Once again, forced into turtle position. 2 minutes left. Oh, and there's the sit out from Kade Ruotolo, reversing the position. Back up on the feet, and a sit out from PJ Barch to return.
Oh, is Kade on? Is Kade on? No, he's not. He's not chasing the leg.
Oh, and he's back on it! That's it! Kade Ruotolo submits PJ Barch here and punches his ticket to the final! What a transition!
What a scramble.
He was in such a tough spot, PJ Barch. Oh, and there it is! Backflip celebration.
Whew. That was insane.
There's Kade Ruotolo with the fanfare.
That was a match of the year, right? That was unbelievable. Dude, the whole stadium just like went crazy. It was loud. I never experienced something like that in my life. Like I remember when I heard everyone screaming at the top of their lungs, everyone was standing, and I was so pumped. Like I threw one of these flex, like it just felt like I was harnessing all the energy from the entire stadium.
Everyone was going nuts, dude. Everyone was going nuts, but I think I was going nuts probably the hardest.
I got kind of scared in that PJ Barch match.
Go around to the back.
I was like, oh my God.
At one point he got his back taken. I'm like, what are you doing? You know, like, you're doing so good.
I was like this. I'm like, yes. I'm like, no. I'm like, yes.
Oh, he's going for the other hand into the back.
He was in some spots, kind of that like, man, you could probably lose this one, like if you don't like get out of that one.
I had a little doubt in my heart, but I was like, I know the gnarliest scramblers.
And then sure enough, you know, like Kade pulls it out and he pulls out the submission. And you're like, bro, like he almost gave me a heart attack.
You know, after a match, you have so much adrenaline, you don't feel anything, right? And then boom, we go back to the back room. I'm just like I barely like look right. I'm like, oh my gosh, my neck is so pinched. And I remember it was like when I jumped for the takedown right before, my head hit the mat like this. All of our weight like got slammed, and I had that same pinched nerve I had in the East Coast trials. You know, his neck, he had like a gnarly pinched nerve. He like couldn't like look either direction, you know. So he was like, dude, Ty, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I can't even look left.
No, he turned. That's it. It's like his ribs fucked. Hey, bro, one fucking more. You hear me? One more ice. Can we get more ice?
And I remember just like feeling a little bit mentally, not broken, but mentally so down because I was so like not even close to 100%, you know? I just kept asking Ty, like, how am I gonna do this?
Should get you back up on those tables, honestly, upstairs. You know, Guto can work on you upstairs. You should watch this mat. No, but he has all those tools. You should watch this mat. Watch it.
And it's gonna be Rica Galvao, your winner, 2-0. Going to move forward to face Kade Ruotolo in the finals. Amazing work too.
I never fought Kade. He would always be one division under Ty. He still is one division under Ty, but it happened to be my division now this time.
Thank you.
Kade and Ty, they have similar games, and I'm just hoping that we both are going to be able to give a good final. I know that he's a tough guy. I saw his previous matches in our division, that I knew there's a tough guy coming up.
The boys have always fought stronger people, and Mika's always been a rival, so our whole family was excited. We thought Kade could beat him.
We were like, one more, Kade, one more.
I want to get worked on as quick as possible when we go up there.
My main thing was I didn't want Mika and their whole team to see, you know what I mean, all my injuries. So I was in the back room just trying, hey, don't make sure they don't see, make sure they don't see.
Hey, let's keep the neck thing away from him.
And I remember I wasn't mentally excited at all for the final.
I don't know why I didn't push forward, step ahead. Like, he's gonna be slower than you. A step ahead. When he realizes it's just like fighting me, if not worse, that you're a step ahead.
You know, Ty told me the same thing at the trials. I go, kid, you know how it works. As soon as the match starts, the adrenaline hits, you won't feel it. You know, it's time to man up. And I just kept telling him, all right, it's a 30-minute match possibly. I'm like, there's zero chance I fight for 30 minutes right now. You know, there's no way.
It starts to turn into a cardio war if you don't sub him right away.
I go, look, this is a battle. You're gonna go, you're gonna win, or you're gonna die. I'm like, you're gonna let this kid kill you? Yeah, that's what I told him. And I fired him up.
Handle business, dude.
From Brazil, Rica
Galvao. Many are calling him the next big thing in jiu-jitsu.
He's made his way to the final, looking phenomenal throughout. Man, it is tough to say how you beat this kid.
Mika's got his hands full. Kade Ruotolo has looked amazing this weekend.
The United States of America, Kade
Ruotolo makes his way to the ADCC mats. This is Kade's first ADCC campaign, and he had an amazing performance. Every single match was a show by Kade Ruotolo from start to finish. Kade Ruotolo is one of the most exciting competitors, grapplers, jiu-jitsu athletes in the world right now.
first, fighting out of the blue corner from Manaus, Brazil, representing Fight Sports Club at the age of 18, Rica Galvao! And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner from San Diego, California, representing Atos at the age of 19, Kade Ruotolo!
Guessing that it would be a showdown between Mika and JT Torres, the former champion. But we got Kade Ruotolo, one of the most exciting grapplers in the world today, against Mika Galvao.
Right into it, Kade. Stay up. Beautiful.
Mika now. He's got to be careful here. Kade's really good at defending his position. Mika spins out. Kade on top. He's got his neck almost. He's
got to watch the doses here. It's something that he specializes in.
Mika controlling the arm of Kade Ruotolo, trying to prevent that Darce as Sean Williams is calling. Pushing it away. Making space. Kade now using that right knee. Inch closer. Gets the crossface on Mika Galvan. Does Kade Ruotolo.
He's gonna have to be, he's got an underhook. He's gotta watch that weight.
Mika doing a great job of making space. Trying to elevate Kade. Inverting now. Getting to the top position. Tangles up a leg. Kade looking for the back, it looks like.
He's moving that right knee into the hip so he can then push that left leg down and think about taking the back.
Kade's counter ability, I want to say, is just next level. You know, I can't remember the last time we've seen Mika Galvan in any sort of bad position, but every time he's there, he works his way back to a guard, extends his legs, pushes Kade away. Now he's coming back on top. But again, every time he's making space on Kade, Kade counters right away. Ruotolo is known for their foot stomp passing system, which forces their opponents to normally try to attack their legs with their arms, which sets up the Darces and Anacondas that they love to do.
Well, they love to put a pace on their opponents, right? They want to break them down. You know, it's not the first punch, it's the 30th jab that lands and really causes some damage, and that's how they do their passing.
Vai, Mika, isso. Não perde o contato. Isso, bem coladinho, bem coladinho.
He's got a strong lock on that. Inverting now. Would we call that a matrix guard? Right to 50-50, or no, going right to the heel, I should say.
Stay up.
Mika now getting to the back, and Kade with a nice counter. Mika's got double unders here. 15 minutes, 30 seconds left to go. Battle of Brazil versus America here in Las Vegas. Team Fight Sports versus Team Atos.
So dropping a little bit into what we might call K-guard, looking for that matrix back take, which also opens up some leg attacks here.
It does. Usually it lends you to that backside position.
Okay, steam up.
Got it.
Steam up. Yep. Yep. Go. Go.
Look at how Mika just constantly recovers, and Kade just does not stop moving on the top.
Don't stop.
There's a calf slicer here from that position too. Mika in on deep there.
A subida também, Mika.
Kade, though, the problem with that calf slicer is that you can leave your other leg open for an attack, and that's kind of what's going on right now.
Kade just reefing on that heel there. Mika gets his foot out.
Great use of the wizard there for Kade, but the scramble's not finished yet.
There it is, foot stomp passing in play by Ruotolo. Kade Ruotolo controlling the wrist from the top position, trying to prevent Mika to underhook his left leg with that right hand so he can complete his pass. Mika's had a lot of setups.
Perfect, Kade's breathing hard, keep his pressure.
Uma só, Mika, no quadril dele.
And I think even if he does, he runs the risk of Kade just scrambling right out. So he's got to be careful. Sean Williams, I see a bear trap on that side.
That's right, yeah, he's got a bear trap opportunity. He's got to open up the knee a
Set it
little
up, perfect.
and then pass the leg to the other side so that he does not get countered to that back take.
There it is, Kade. Go, go, go!
And Kade Ruotolo just submitted Mika Galvan. Are you kidding? Kade Ruotolo in his first run at ADCC just submitted the monster from Manaus.
4 submissions for Kade Ruotolo to claim gold here at ADCC 2022. That was insane. What a show.
Hearing about these two kids
kids in the OC. I remember seeing videos of these little kids. They were always smiling. They were doing techniques that were way beyond their years. You're now here, you're an ADCC champion. You submitted every single person you went against. How does that feel?
Unreal. Unreal. I'm lost for words.
It was indescribable, you know what I mean? Like, just, it's hard to describe energy in a way. You know, when every single person in the stadium is like either in awe or yelling or screaming or standing up and clapping, it's like they're all for you. You know, it's an unbelievable feeling.
I think I just fell back and just like started crying. Tears just started rolling down. Like I couldn't believe it.
Endorphins are popping in my brain. I probably forget like 5 minutes of my life.
Fuck, 4 submissions, youngest ever.
You could only dream of that kind of performance.
Kade runs over to us, big old hug, you know, and lift him up. It's just, you know, the classic. You know how it goes, you know, classic.
Me and my brother, we've been on the mat since we can remember, since we were 3 years old. And now as we're starting to grow into men, you know, we're starting to get stronger, and the technique's still there. So it's kind of the puzzles are coming together.
Kade, congratulations on an amazing performance.
Thank you so much.
Ty and the Absolute are like, ooh, he's got some tough fights. It's hard not to be a Ruotolo fan.
It was amazing watching Kade, the youngest champion ever.
They're here. They're going nowhere.
Bring some jiu-jitsu to the community too.
The land of opportunity, really.
They're going to become superstars, like really superstars.
Unbelievable, unreal. Still at a loss for words. It was honestly, looking back at it now, it's just all cluster. You know what I mean? It was just so much emotions. 4 submissions. Even if you were to ask me leading up to it, if I would have submit every single opponent, I would have been like, probably not. But you know what I mean? And somehow I got it done. I'm so stoked.
4 submissions for Kade Ruotolo to claim gold here at ADCC.
Ty, do you mind if I ask you, what did you think? What did you think of your brother's performance?
It was all right. No, you did what I couldn't, dude. I'm 4 subs in a row. I'm so proud of him, dude. Like, unbelievable. I know words to say. He did what he came here to do, and he did it.
Man, I've just never seen him so happy. Like, it was just such a huge accomplishment, and then to do it with all submissions and fire matches every single match, like, I thought it was amazing, you know?
Like I said, always believing, even before the tournament, like they should win this. So when he won, I was like, boom, we should win this. That's why when Ty had that tough fight with Josh, I knew how hard Ty worked. That's why I knew he was chomping at the bit to do the absolute.
Ty and the Absolute are like, ooh, he's got some tough fights.
Ty put his loss behind him and was there for Kade every single match. And when it was Ty's turn to do the absolute, Kade put his whole thing aside. I think he was just trying to get Ty to get that absolute gold.
I think first of all, the essence of jiu-jitsu is for the smaller person to be able to beat the bigger person with technique. That's why the absolute division is so cool. Usually that's where you see all the wars, that's where you see all the craziest matches. Winning that one's a very big accomplishment. And I wanted to have a performance to be on par with my brothers, you know? We're so competitive, like I can't let him get everything, you know? So I fought Pedro Mourinho first.
This kid is so pissed off from the day before that I don't see this not going his way.
Look at this. Coming forward hard with Mourinho. It's striking, Ty. It's striking.
Rica's made an attempt at that 2-on-1 over on the right arm of Ruotolo a couple of times. Hard collar timeout from Ruotolo. They're getting handsy.
Let's go. Get in his face. Hey, that's it, Ty. That's all you need. You're more man than him. You're not going to get Ty to back down no matter what. So you're not even going to see him complain about it, to be honest with you.
No, he likes it.
On his head. He's breaking, Ty. Him and his brother fight way rougher.
I like this rough style of play.
I do too.
I think there's a place for it.
He's done, Ty. He's done. Oh, wow. 1 minute before points, trying to show some dominance. Level change and drive through. He didn't even try to hold him down. It's almost like he just wanted to know I could do that. Look, he just wiped it off with his face.
He's like, I don't want to stop.
And what do they do in ADCC? Go ahead, perfect. That's all we needed. Clear the blood and let's go. Banks! Banks!
Level change by Mourinho.
Mourinho wants to show him that I can do that too. You just broke him, Ty! Ty, you just broke him! Snap him! Snap his head! Ty, if you don't throw a fake low ankle pick, oh, he's in the guillotine! He's in the guillotine. Pops his head out. He's gonna get the job. He's gonna score. He is gonna score. 2 points go to Ruotolo. Wow, that was big. This crowd is on their feet for Ruotolo. Right knee in the hole.
Throws the first hook with it.
He's going to score off this triangle off
there it
the
is.
Bottom side. He's going to go up 5.
Ty's not going to be content to just sit here and win this thing on points. He's going to be looking to get his arm around the neck, around the face.
Fingers, fingers. Beautiful, Ty. That's it, Ty. That's it, Ty. Ruotolo's in. Got it. Unbelievable. Ty Ruotolo. Kade finish from the back.
Ty Ruotolo goes to his signature move. We call that the Ruotolo teen around our place.
Ruotolo teen. Kade from the back. Atos' Ty Ruotolo is going to move on to face Filipena. Wow. What a match.
Surprised me a little bit on that one, I'm not gonna lie, because Pedro's he's an animal, and Ty took him down multiple times.
That was one of the most exciting matches for me, because Ty had a bloody nose, and Ty wanted it.
That's the thing about Ty is like it's so hard to beat his timing. Like you think you're going up for a head tie, and then boom, you're getting blast doubled. You know what I mean? So took him down a couple times, took his back and choked him. And people were going crazy. It was a sick win, and I think that's exactly what he needed to mentally come back and get ready for the next one. I was just stoked to get another chance, back in the absolute. And then I fought Filipena after that.
Philippe's huge, Ty's not.
Felipe, of course, obviously a legend of legends, he's so big, Felipe. He's so dense. His legs, each leg feels like they weigh 100 pounds, so it was definitely intimidating. I was like, all right, he's a beast. But stylistically, it made a lot of sense for Ty. I was talking to him like, I know you're gonna win because I know your wrestling's better. I know you're gonna take him down.
You want to talk about a size difference? He looks big, boy. Gracie Baja, representative in Filipena.
Ty Ruotolo, he's been fighting big boys his whole life. He's no bigger than anybody else that he faced when he was 15 years old.
Stay in your stance, stay in your stance. Watch the throw by. Hey, couple more fakes. You're gonna hit him with the low ankle pick, Ty.
Hold the center position is Pena.
A level change there, feint from Ty. Ty is not allowing Felipe to bully him around. He's just not gonna take it.
Working, perfect, Ty, perfect. Chop at the head.
Taking him down square is going to be difficult, but I'm going to tell you that I believe he can off-balance him enough to look for back takes and things like that, which are so great.
He's on the single here.
Singles up.
Let's see what Pena does defensively, trying to control the hands here. Good job. Let's see if he tries to, oh, nice. Good defense, man. Pena's big.
Where he's gonna have to feint and get Pena to overreact to something.
Give him your leg, Ty. Hey, Ty, give him your leg. He wants to play? Ty, give him your leg. Give him your leg. Let's play. Give him your leg.
I think if he moved from singles up to body locks, he'll be able to do a lot more with it. Now he goes heavy on the collar. And again, I love how Ty just constantly trying, sweep the foot one way or the other.
Ty, that was a beautiful club. Hey, Ty, he's tired. Look at him. He's already played.
Oh, straight forward to the body. Locks the hands. And here's the angle I talked about. Body locked up. Pena trying to keep out.
Oh, shoves Ty to the ground and smashes through.
Beautiful.
Oh, look at this. It's going to put Ty on the leg here. He's trying to force the 50-50.
Let's heel hook the Ty.
Pena's comfortable in.
More than comfortable. He's a specialist right here. Absolute world-class player.
Hey, Ty, you can stand up right here. You can stand up.
Tried to immediately make sure he got his angle. But listen, Ty came straight forward with that, got his angle, tried to mat return, and Pena just threw him off. And man, that size came into play there. Look at this, sit up, trying to get to the back here. Pena's going to stop him, but nice come up there. This is weak from Ty.
Pena ends up on the bottom of this position.
I mean, that's a sweep. Ty just swept it.
Yeah, for all intents and purposes, he's not going to score from
it. Not going to score, but that was, a mental sweep here for Ty.
Ty's still working on this back take right here. If he can switch those hips. And this is the play right here. This is what Ruotolo wants.
Oh, was Pena.
That's going to be interesting. He might have been on his feet for 3 seconds.
See the judges are talking. That was close. Now, just to explain it home, he comes up to his feet right from that bottom rest.
They gave him the negative.
All right, so what happened was he came up to his feet for 3 seconds.
He's got the grip he wants.
Yeah, Pena's right hand.
Pena's got to be very careful.
Pena's right hand.
Pena comes around to the back here.
Hook in.
Hook number 1.
Just over 20 seconds. Pena turning belly down here. Oh, good move. Power half on that side to create some space to throw a hook in. But he hasn't attempted to throw the hook in yet.
10 seconds. Pena has to show some urgency.
Trying to finish. He doesn't have the hook and he's not behind. Unbelievable. He's going to move forward.
With the victory over Felipe Pena.
Ty Ruotolo. Man, this place goes nuts every time, man. Every time.
The people love the Ruotolo Brothers. Listen to the Thomas and Max Center.
Boom, on to the next one, Marigali, which is what Ty wants. Ty wants the big dogs. Ty took some strain on his knee.
In my match with Pena, he went for some sort of, it wasn't even a leg lock at all. I think I was just turning to actually do that bolo thing that I kind of do off that single leg X. And because his legs are just so long and heavy, he ended up tearing like a couple ligaments in here.
I saw your face.
I knew that my knee wasn't working perfect, His knee just was super unstable. Didn't have a lot of drive off it at all. So we went back, we put a knee brace on it.
So, once that fight's done, there's going to be rest time. This is quarter. He fights quarter of this.
He was just complaining about his knee and this and that, and I'm like, dude, just listen. I'm like, same story. Your wrestling's better than this guy's. Just need to make sure that we just don't make any drastic mistakes. Man, like, we've always known we can beat this guy.
This is incredible. The speed of Ruotolo may be a key factor here in this match with Nicholas Marigali, who is considerably heavier and lankier.
Fresh knee brace around the knee of Ty. This is the semi-final. The winner will move on to the final.
What a comeback that would be for Ty Ruotolo. Lost out first round yesterday to teammate Josh Hinger, and what many would call a bit of an upset. We know he's been chomping at the bit to get back on the mat side.
Yes!
Nicholas Marigali, though, I think will be very tough to break mentally. He's gone through a lot of adversity through his career. And look at that, Uchimata from Nicholas Marigali. Beautiful stuff there from the new wave athlete.
Very big takedown. Ty Ruotolo looked like he was trying to just stay up on his toes and just open his hip out of the way of that Uchimata, but Nicholas persevered all the way through it. Ty Ruotolo now back up to his feet.
Yes! 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 Your technique is better. Perfect.
Ruotolo is, I think, more than many athletes, rely a little bit on spontaneity, creativity. Look at that.
Oh, and Ty Ruotolo with the doors. The doors is in. This could be trouble. Ty Ruotolo has the doors with Nicholas Marigali. Looks like it's in, Chase. The grimace is on his face.
It is close to tapping. It really does look close to tapping.
You got it!
Ty Ruotolo just does not stop. All of this, by the way, taking place before the points period.
He's dead tight, Ty.
Well, there's the body lock from Marigali. Ruotolo trying to meet it with a throw and defending the lift.
Marigali now chasing down the back. Can Ty scramble away?
This is a tough situation. Ty looking to scramble. Kade Ruotolo yelling in the corner for him to get up, up.
Marigali now.
Yes.
Very good spot.
Yes.
Ty continuing to move, though, and he's out.
Oh, and what movement from Ty Ruotolo getting out of there. The score is still tied.
Closing up, breathe.
Nicholas Marigali snatching up a single leg. Interesting development. Ty Ruotolo pulling on the head, knocked down on his back, and forced a scramble once again.
Up.
To wind down the last 7 seconds of the match.
We are going to overtime, Jake.
It's coming, Ty. It's coming.
Oh, Marigali snatching up a single leg once again.
Windsor, hard. Up.
Ty forced down to the ground, forced a turtle again.
Trying to roll out here, but Marigali hanging on tight there.
This is the biggest moment right here, Ty. 2.5 left, Ty. Everything you got.
It looks like for the moment. And he ends up on top.
Chasing the back now, chasing the back is Ty Ruotolo.
He's got a body lock, trying to get Marigali to the ground.
Wrestling him hard. Can he hang on though, Marigali? The roll.
Marigali rolling to get out of the position.
Nice look at a foot feet there.
Oh, man! Attempt! Crowd trying to pump some life into Ty Ruotolo here in the last 30 seconds.
He's done, Ty! Let's go!
Either athlete would love to finish this on a very aggressive note. Who's going to get the last attack?
Go! 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 Go!
Oh, and Ty Ruotolo went for a shot right at the end. Marigali with a gesture that suggests he's confident in the victory. It's all in the hands of the ADCC judges, Chase.
Man, that was fun. That was great. Hard-fought match, but left it all on the mats.
And we're about to get our answer. It will be Nicholas Marigali moving on to the final versus Yuri Simoes.
Ty Ruotolo taking the bronze medal in the absolute division.
I took the back 3 times. Victor's mine.
The absolute title. The absolute title. This will be our opponent's
Yeah, that was super close. He was probably super close to tapping. It was a very tight Dars. I think the combo of me squeezing as hard as I can and him being on top of me, gravity kind of on his side a little bit, and then he was able to posture up, and I just barely slipped my fingers. So I was pushing the pace the whole match, and he was, backing up with his hands in front. But he didn't really control anything and didn't get any submissions or really anything offensive going from there.
the match was too close to leave it to the judges, you know. So I had no right or no space to be mad at the call. I should have done more, and yeah, it definitely just fired me up for the next time we fight, for sure.
Nice ground me, though. Nice ground. Great fucking ground me, bro.
Yeah, I think Ty definitely wants the rematch with Marigali, and I know he wants to take Gordon out.
You know, I'm working towards the top, you know, and the goal is to take down, you know, the best. Right now, that's Gordon. And because he talks a lot of shit, too. You know, you want to call yourself the best and, you know, develop this crazy ego. Whatever, you do your thing, you know, but, you know, the second that he starts talking shit to me is when things start getting personal, you know, and I wanted to beat him before, you know, just because he was the best, you know, and they started talking some shit, so now I have a couple of different reasons to take him out, for sure.
Call the open division. In third place, Ruotolo.
I fought well. You know, I didn't make the final, which is my goal. You know, my goal is to come home with the gold, like my brother. You know, he killed it for sure. At least he got the gold. You know, he definitely made me proud, and I'm excited to get one back for the family. But yeah, overall, I did all right. You know, I thought I should have been able to push for Nicholas and make it to the final, but I left it up to the judges. You know, you can never leave it up to the refs, and no excuses, no mistakes. I gotta fix my mistakes and come back a better version. Sure, back in the garage with my brother. Anytime this happens, we evolve a lot, you know, so this is just trial and error, and definitely going to evolve. Something we're really excited for. We got a gym opening up in Costa Rica in about 2 months, so we're going to have our dream gym out there. It's going to be built, and then that's a spot for us to go train in paradise, and people to come do BJJ surf camps, and yeah, come join us. It'll be epic.
I just want to express my gratitude for them, you know? I just think they're such cool guys. And it's like such a blessing to have them in your life. Like, and I feel like I'm super lucky. Lucky that I've had the Ruotolo experience in my life, right? And to have it at multiple levels, right? From child to teenager to young adult. And it was the craziest thing, actually just a few months ago, I was at the beach early in the morning, and I'm just sitting there looking at the beach, and boom, and Ty just rolls up right behind me. He's like, "Hey, legend, what are you doing?" and he has a surfboard in his hand, and I'm like, it's like 8 a.m. or something, and I'm like, I came here to get breakfast with my wife. Like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm just gonna go catch some waves right before I go to comp class. And he's like, you know, good to see you, okay, see you later. And he just like runs down, he jumps in the water. He's in there for like 20 minutes, you know, just like knocks out a few waves, okay, he jumps out, runs back. He's like, all right, I'm going to comp class. I was like, who does that? You know, who does that? Who goes to the beach, jumps in the water, surfs for 20 minutes before you go to comp class? They're such cool kids. And they're so positive, and they've had just endless positive vibes. All they ever do is uplift everyone in the room. And I just think that's such a cool, unique quality. The world needs more Ruotolos.
Crazy, so much has changed since ADCC, and you know, obviously our platform has skyrocketed since then, which has been amazing to see. So much new support, fans, things like that. It's unbelievable the amount of love we got, and I was just so thankful for everyone from that. And you know, also, you know, as far as our everyday life, to be honest, it hasn't changed. You know what I mean? We're still surfing every day.
I think there's a lot to be learned from them, and I think they are great role models for the sport. I have a ton of respect for them. They've kind of created their own path.
We get to live through the boys. It's like when you're around winners and someone takes you to the promised land and you just got to ride with them, man, like you win. If they win, we all win.
I think jiu-jitsu is too small for their level of talent. They have so much style and flair and character that I think they can make some big waves in the MMA world. They're going to become superstars, like really superstars. Not just jiu-jitsu, little bubble world superstars, but like global superstars. And I think they'll make a fuck ton of money doing it.
You know, my brother is wanting to stick to the jiu-jitsu this year, and we were both talking about MMA, but he really wants to fight everyone and leave no question. You know what I mean? Be the best.
We always know our boys can beat anyone on any given day, and obviously they can lose too, but on any given day, freaking, I'm betting on them, you know? They've never known anything but jiu-jitsu, you know?
Kade's really anxious to do MMA. Like, he wants to punch somebody, you know? So, I guess that's what he's doing, you know? Ty is still all about the grappling. I think he has interest in MMA as well. Not as soon or as fast as Kade so much, but they're grapplers. Like, they're down to grapple. You know, they're building their gym so that if they want to be there to get ready for matches, they can be there, you know, so they'll have a gym to train at.
What's up, homie? Boom. This is gonna be all mat space right here. Out here, it's usually this lush jungle, so we open these out and monkeys cruise through, you know, it'll be like training with the animals, so. That was kind of the whole idea when we were building it, was to be able to, you know, be training in the jungle. I almost wanted to call it the jungle gym, you know. Cool little deck out here. Pretty simple. This his and hers pretty mirror image showers. It's all still work in progress, but 2 showers, 2 baths, big gym. That's really cool, you know. Jiu-jitsu's not even a part of my life, it is my life, you know. So I always grew up thinking that it was gonna take a long time for all this to kind of happen. And I always thought it was gonna require a lot of extra work, you know, and which it did. I always worked hard my whole life, but I never really felt like extra work, you know, like always working, growing through the ranks. I had so much fun in jiu-jitsu. I reflect back on those years and like what we're building now. I'm like, wow, I can't believe that's what it took, you know, for now we're building this. It's like, wow, it's just grateful, you know. This here is a bar, so we're gonna get some stools and stuff. You'll be able to look, there'll be TVs up there, so you can watch Flow, you can watch whatever. If there's competitions, we'll, you know, watch them live, surf competitions, whatever it is. If it wasn't for jiu-jitsu, if jiu-jitsu wasn't in our lives and we could just not have to work, we'd just be here for sure, without a doubt. You know, our hearts are here, but you know, that's why we're building it out here. You know, hopefully we can eventually have enough, you know, crew to come out here with us. We kind of do our fight camps out of here, at least our jiu-jitsu fight camps, you know. To be able to build a spot. We've always wanted to be here, so to be able to train out of here, you know, is just kind of the end goal. And it's happened way sooner than we thought, so.
Yeah, so the boys had these goals, you know, and they keep accomplishing them. They had goals of building a gym in Costa Rica, like they've been talking about that for years. We're gonna build a gym in Costa Rica, we're gonna do jiu-jitsu surf camps. Okay, now that they built the gym, you know, I mean, that's a huge accomplishment in itself, you know. They paid for it, you know, all by themselves, you know, no one else helped them.
That's why all this is coming together. It's all for the family, you know, and then, yeah, to be able to be here alone, so sick.
They're just saying that they just want to be around family and, you know, because that's the most important thing, and that really, I don't know, that really felt good, you know? I just think it's really sweet that that's like how they think, you know, and I just know that they're good kids. I just think it's really kind. Like Ty did a post the other day, he's like, everything I do is for you, and I'm like, gosh, that's so nice. like you know, you don't have to do that, you know, but that's just how they are, you know. They're such good kids, like good hearts, and that to me is like the most important thing, that they have a good heart. I think overall the boys are the epitome of jiu-jitsu.
No surprise, but now the world fucking knows, you know. There were young jiu-jitsu people moving up, but never blossomed into what everyone thought they would. But these fucking two boys is just taking fucking names, dude. Marigali got saved, bro. I think, to me, I might be a little biased, but should have went Ty's way. It should have went Ty's way, but hopefully we'll see that match again soon. So
I think 100% they're living their dream, and it's amazing to see it all kind of like come to fruition exactly in the areas that they wanted. You know, and I think that's just, I think they're at that portion in their life where they're basically living that part of their dream. Now I think it's whatever they want to dream of next.
It's my future. It's jiu-jitsu, I think.
They're the future of grappling. I mean, that's just what it is.
Who the fuck's gonna stop them? No one's gonna fucking stop them. I don't see nobody stopping them for anytime soon. They're here. They're going nowhere for a while, dude. They're not going nowhere for a while.